But
Sorry, I quit.
Yeah. We just realized it's our 1 year anniversary.
Whoa!
Yeah, our
Happy
Gaxx
birthday!
anniversary.
Yeah, I think so. Gaxxiversary.
Yeah, we started this a year ago. And look how far we've come. But you know what? Really, we've got 6 sponsors today. That's pretty good. I like that.
We have
Right.
6?
That's amazing.
6 sponsors.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Should I list them?
No, have them guess.
All right.
Have them work for
Everyone
it.
guess.
That's a secret. You can't reveal who the sponsors are. That's
Right. And my dog immediately decided to start barking as soon as we started.
Well, your dog is one of the sponsors.
That's true. He's the secret 7th sponsor.
Well, I can
The
actually
secret
speak
sauce.
dog. Hold on a sec. Let me hear. Play
Hear it?
the Magic Boat
Hear them?
song.
No?
Press
yeah.
the button.
it's a request for the magic
Timmy's
boat.
stuck in a well. All right. All right. Before we roll them credits, let's talk about our sponsors. We have 2 new sponsors this week, really 3. One that's been here before, I think. Anyway, Ultra Pro is our big sponsor today. Ultra Pro. Let me tell you 2 things about Ultra Pro. They're ultra and they're very pro. Okay?
Why are they called Ultra Very Pro then, Jason?
But their stuff is awesome though. I will say that.
That's the
I
full
remember I was given some Ultra Pro dice once, and they were promptly stolen. That's how good their stuff is.
That's how good they are.
Yeah, so guard them well. The Crafty Gamer is another new sponsor this week, and Hero Forge is another new sponsor. And then of course we've got Warriors of Waterdeep, Steam Forge Games, and Idle Champions. Couldn't be here without them. You know what? People are coming in. They're all coming in. Let's roll.
We got a level 5 hype going on. We're
Oh, we
almost
got
at level
5 hype.
6.
Oh my God.
Holy smokes!
We're 2% away from the
Just
final
need
level.
That much more.
That is
Good
a birthday.
Whoa,
That
wow.
is a birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gaxx Pack. Gaxx Packers. 100%. What happens when you reach maximum hype?
You get
Stream
to unlock
ends.
a bunch of emotes, and then you get bragging rights.
I think we just did it.
I think we
Yeah,
did
I
it.
think we
Everyone.
just did. Yeah, that's 105%.
100.
Excuse you,
111
now.
11.
112.
Oh my God!
Holy hell, y'all. Damn.
I should-
Don't think
you
she
know.
can take very much more, Captain. She's freaking
Yeah.
warped.
I know. We're warp factor 9.8 here, people.
Nice. Yeah, happy birthday, Jack.
I'm crossing fandoms now. That's
Uh-oh.
okay. We
I
all
appreciate the
don't
fandom
cross the
crossing,
streams,
however.
but we do it.
Darth Vader always goes warp 9, so
Yeah.
True, I've heard him say that.
I mean, sooner or later, one company's going to own all of them anyway, so we're fine.
Disney.
We're trying
I
to
was say-
make it us.
that's right. Ponyo in the Star Wars. Ponyo on Tatooine. There you go. Let's do it.
Done. All right, let's roll the credits. Yeah, look at that. We're at 128 now.
Damn.
Amazing.
Let's just talk about playing and we'll just keep the hype going. And it's like we just keep ourselves in perpetual, like, yeah, we're going to play in a minute. We're going to play.
We never.
And then, maybe.
At a certain point, we have to be like, Good snap into a Slim Jim. If we get any more hype,
In,
do.
Yeah, I
in the
don't know.
meantime,
some
Jason,
shirts.
you could talk about fate points.
I could talk about you guys. I could talk about
Oh, right.
everything right now. I could also talk about the fact that that we are down one. We're down one. B Dave down, but he will be back next week. So next week we'll be at full capacity. We're missing B Dave today, but I've got something special planned for Thanato. But yeah, let's talk about fate points first. I'm down. So before we make an introduction of everyone who's playing today, we have a way that you guys. First of all, we play Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, before I even talk about fate points,
Yeah.
let's talk about the show. Welcome to the Gaxx Pack. We're an ongoing Dungeons and Dragons adventure brought to you by Gary Con, the channel that we're on, Gary Con Live, which is an annual game convention celebrating the life and works of Gary Gygax, the father of role-playing games, co-creator of Dungeons and Dragons, the game we're going to play right now. And what's really cool is that Gary Con is actually happening this year in person. It was in the astral plane for the last 2 years. The conventions that happened in like March and April kind of have unfortunately had a 2-year ding, you know, because of world events. So now, but we're back and we're gonna be bigger than ever. It takes place in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, which is where D&D was created. Sometimes I say invented, and I'm not sure if that's really the right word, but I say created.
That's what I always said. My dad invented Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah.
Okay, so
Either way
inventing's
works.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
All right.
right.
Sounds so much cooler when you say it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little more
It
impressive.
does. Let me talk to you about how you guys can interact with us. So we have a system called Fate Points. You probably see we already have one. For every 3,000 bits that are donated, our players get a Fate Point. What's a Fate Point? Well, they can use that for a reroll. Goes into the Fate Point pool, then they can roll. If they get a roll they don't like, they can say, I'm going to use a Fate Point to re-roll that. And so it's a way that you guys can help them if they're in trouble. Things like that. But let's go around the horn and introduce everyone. Let's start with Elisa Pearl because we met. And by the way, I didn't reveal too much, but we did say, I've already said too much, but we did say why you weren't here last week, just that you were filming something cool. I hope that was okay.
Oh, of course. Yes, it's fine.
Oh, I told everyone.
Well, welcome back.
No, it's on Reddit.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be back at this table. I have so much fun here. I'm Elisa Pearl, gamer, player, GM, DM, an actor. Yes, I was shooting stuff last week, and I will be shooting more stuff this week. Yay. But here at this table, I play an Air Genasi warlock named Javi, who also took 1 level in sorcerer, and because she wants more spell slots. And she likes books a lot. And I think she's kind of like a peppy librarian type of personality. So,
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I think we made your backstory that you were working in the library in the mobile fortress that the Gaxx Pack lives in.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that a little bit
Yeah.
later. Another not as frequent player, but now you're going to be here with us until the physical Gary Con is Luke Gygax himself playing Vishnupal.
Hey, I'm Luke Gygax, founder of GaryCon. Really excited to be guesting here and playing with all these great people. GaryCon's coming up March 24th to 27th. Of course, you can find out more about GaryCon at garycon.com. And if you want to sign up, either virtually or to come physically in just a couple of weeks to Lake Geneva, just go to play.garycon.com and you'll get all your information, everything you need right there. Today I'm playing Vishnupal, a Rakshasa, which the Gaxx Pack actually rescued from, I believe it was the Crystal Garden in UK1. I forget the title of the title of that module. But I came back to help him out when there was Gartholomew was attacking, and accidentally fell down the large hole that suddenly appeared in their new quarters when they got promoted to first squad.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put in some notes about that, like what we don't, because the falling floor, I don't like that part of the.
Yeah,
code.
that's not a good
Yeah.
feature.
No, we're gonna need to change that up.
Beyond the Crystal Cave. That was the name of that.
Beyond the
adventure that we
Crystal
were
Cave.
doing.
Yeah.
Oh, and Elisa wants to mention something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
go
forgot
on.
to mention, speaking of GaryCon, I'm going to be running a few virtual tables. I'm going to be running 2 sessions of an underwater one-shot that is just a smaller adventure that I'm working on for D&D in a castle in the fall. And that's called Undertow. And then I'm going to be running the Call of Cthulhu as a one-shot adventure that I ran for Becca Scott's channel, the Good Time Society, called Embrujado, which takes place in 1940 San Juan, Puerto Rico. So you can sign up for those, get a virtual badge, which is an ethereal, or Luke can remind me of the second level.
It's astral or ethereal.
Yeah, ethereal, or there's another, yeah.
Astral.
Astral.
Oh,
Yeah.
astral. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. I thought you were just pronouncing them both ways.
Oh, nope.
Tomato, tomato, you know.
Could be either one.
Yeah, astral or ethereal badge, and you can join my table on the GaryCon website.
And that's awesome because we just added like 45 more Adventures League events to the virtual side. Thomas Valley, good friend, got those going. And it made me think Call of Cthulhu. I'm very excited. I have to look at that Call of Cthulhu because we just wrote a Call of Cthulhu module for GaryCon that'll be out physically at GaryCon, and then it'll be available on Drive-Thru RPG afterwards, called The Dread from Geneva Lake.
Ooh.
That's going to take place at GaryCon
Ooh,
in the
fun.
scenario. Yeah,
That's
so
fun.
much fun. It was so cool. And the Chaosium guys are awesome to work with, by the way. Super nice folks.
Yes. They've been very good to me, and I'm excited. They invited me to write up my Embrujado adventure, so I'm just running it a few more times, getting some ideas out, and then I'm going to write it up. So you could get a little preview of what will be in that published adventure if you come play at this table.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Eliza, you're so cool.
Speaking of GaryCon, now we'll switch to someone who's going to be at GaryCon on the physical side, Adriana Cazador.
Hello. Hi.
We're going to GaryCon, and I'm going to be there too. But
Yes.
tell us about you and your character and everything.
Hi. I'm Adriana Cazador, and I'm playing as Grath, a tiefling, a ranger. She's trying to make a bunch of money, but also trying to keep everybody together, and is very nervous being appointed as the leader of the Gaxx pack. So, yes. What else about her? Yeah, she's trying to be good, but she's kind of coming apart at the seams. The more things like this happen, she's on her way to take a nap in her new room, and like the floor just kind of falls through, and everyone falls through to their perceived doom. So yeah, things are going great, I guess, and Grath is there to hopefully make it go better.
And who better to hold you together than Leaf, portrayed by Eric Campbell. Leaf,
God,
the calm, cool, collected one.
Yeah, the passive one. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna die. That's cool. I guess it happens, Yes, my name is Eric Campbell, and I am playing the orc monk Leaf. And I try to keep Grath from losing her mind by sending encouraging thoughts and occasionally just stating the obvious in a very dry voice. Yeah, that's what I do. That's my contribution to the whole party. And I have rippling orc muscles. Like, he is a thirst trap in robes. I'm not kidding. Like, he is just. There needs to be a Leaf calendar. Seriously. Anyway, that's just my personal contribution.
I mean, there's fan art, so
That's true.
that could be
True.
the next thing.
Yeah, we need to have like Leaf posing like Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park, just kind of like with his robe kind of slightly open, just laying on the side, Princess Leia style.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Body pillow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And it comes with 2 little plastic tusks on the mouth that just stick out, make it uncomfortable, just to make it realistic. All right. That's all. That's my contribution to this game. Thank you, everyone.
And of course, who drives everyone crazy on the other end of the spectrum is Snacks.
No one tries to keep me from losing my mind because I already lost it. Hello.
We just
I am Vivid
funnel the
Vivka. Vivid is a descriptor. My name is Vivka. I play everyone's favorite rabid lizard dog of a kobold. I am 2.5 feet tall. I'm 30 pounds. I am an absolute barbarian. Sometimes I think I'm a druid. Not always right, but I think it. And yeah, that's and I roll terribly. So thank you for the fate points because
They're needed.
Yeah.
I almost die constantly.
Yeah.
All right. And then, like I said before, B. Dave, who plays Thanato, cannot be here this week, but I've got some plans for his character. And before we get back to where you guys are, I'm going to do a little mini catch up with Javi. So, Javi, you have the Gaxx pack just defeated Gartholomew. And Thanato negotiated, since your boss Ganzerg now declared that you guys are team number 1 in GIDS, that Thanato negotiated new quarters for you guys, and you were all very excited about moving into your new quarters, which is very much like your old ones, but just everything is a little bit nicer. The living room is a little bit bigger. The bedrooms are a little bit bigger. You know, the common area. You've got like 2 of those like tea makers instead of 1. You know, every you know, I mean, everything is set up. But something crazy happened when you sat down for the first time on the couch in the new common area. You found yourself falling. There was no saving throw. There was no mechanic here. A giant hole, seemingly from another dimension, opened up right below you, and you fell through first. So you basically started falling down an endless shaft. There was no. Do you have dark vision?
I
think you don't, because I remember.
I think I don't.
Right. So right now you
Don't.
are falling in space. No light above, no light below. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna yell out just to hear if my voice goes anywhere. Help!
You do feel like it goes somewhere, but you don't hear anyone in response.
I am going to, let's see. I have this cloak that gives me flying. So if I can pull that out of my pack and put that on, then I will do. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay. I would say that would require a sleight of hand check.
Okay. All right. Not too bad. +1. 16.
Okay. You're successfully able to pull in absolute darkness, feel into your pack, feel that you have the cloak, and you're successfully able to put it on.
Okay, and then the bat wings appear on my back from the cloak. And
Weird thing, though, they don't.
oh crap. Okay, so I'm still falling.
Yeah.
All right.
You're still falling.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, no, you go ahead.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I would like to. Do I have my book with me?
You do. You have all of your gear with you because you were just getting settled, so you have all of your normal adventuring gear with you.
Then I'd like to cast light on my book.
Crazily enough, the spell doesn't work either.
Okay. All right. So magic is not really working here. Well, just gonna keep falling. See what
Yeah.
happens.
And I'm free.
Suddenly, it seems that your fall is slowing, as if a feather fall spell has been cast over you.
Okay.
The shaft still goes down and down, but you're drifting gently now. And after a few minutes, you notice a golden light far below, which as you watch comes nearer and nearer. Now, at this point, the glow that's coming up is starting to light the walls around you. And what you notice is that as your fall is slowing, you almost feel like you're in a mini museum. You look out at the wall that you can reach out and touch, and you see little mini dioramas sort of placed in random spots going down the walls. They're like little museum exhibits depicting the typical life led of adventurers. Each one is filled with replicas of furniture and little minis, and they're all just little scenes, battle scenes. As if someone printed them out from Hero Forge. Thought I'd throw that in there anyway. But that's really part of the adventure. But since Hero Forge is a sponsor today, they're crafted almost as well as when you make your own custom mini from Hero Forge.
All these cute little doll clothes.
Perfect product placement. Are they moving at all? These little dioramas or people in them?
They're not moving. But you know what? Make me a perception check, please.
Okay. Nah, nat 1.
Okay, nope, they're definitely not moving.
Okay. Am I still falling?
You're still falling. It's slowing down, and the glow from below is getting brighter.
I'd like to reach out to one of the dioramas, the edge of it, and see if I can hang on.
Well, you can't hang on, but as you try to like grab onto an edge, there's nothing that you can do to stop yourself from still falling. But when you reach in there, you grab a little mini item. It looks like a little tiny wand.
Okay.
The tiniest wand.
Look at it. Can I
Yeah.
see? Yeah, what does it look like? It's a
Um,
wand.
it looks like a miniature. Like you feel like you've seen this before. It's like a miniature version of a wand that maybe you've studied in the past, but you're not sure what it is right now. And there's a few. It's your fall is slowing even more. So now there's more exhibits opening to you that you still feel you can reach out and grab if
I'm gonna just
you want
yeah.
them.
So I'll put the wand in a pocket and just grab a bunch of stuff.
Okay, great. You also grab a little mini axe. You also grab a little mini potion. And at this point now, it's the end of the shaft, and with a gentle thump, you land all in a heap atop a pile of twigs, brush, leaves, and gear, adventuring gear. Can you make me another perception check, please?
Sure can. Only a little better. 4.
Well, even with that 4, you notice it's so obvious. You notice right away that this is all of your companions' gear.
Oh,
You
what?
see Hacker. You see Leaf's bracers. You see Grath's bow. But what you also see is a I'm going to describe the room to you. As you look around, you note that you're in a strange chamber about 60 feet wide and 120 feet long. You can see its size easily because the panels on the wall are all glowing with candlelight. so you can see all the way to the end of the room and each side and behind you. Sconces are along the length of the wall. You're confused, of course, by the strange fall, but it seems as though you're in the southern portion of the room. The walls are paneled in some sort of glowing wood. The reddish material is well cared for and polished to a lustrous finish that reflects the flame from the candles. 5 doors made of the same wood are on either side of the hall, and then a pair of great double doors at its far end. Just a few feet from your vantage point, though, atop the pile of rubbish, you notice a small, finely crafted table. Upon its crystal top is a metal object, a flagon of some sort, and a tray with some unleavened bread. Nothing else is visible except a small portal beyond the table. This doorway is about 1 foot tall and half as broad, and it's currently closed.
Being an avid reader, Javi starts to recognize some themes here, and is like, okay. I'd like to walk over to the table and see if any of the bread looks like someone has eaten some of it, or the flagon.
It does. It looks like the bread has been eaten. There's been a few bites taken out of the bread, and the flagon definitely looks like there's been a lot taken out of it, but there does appear to be at least one more portion of each. There's many more portions of the bread, and at least one more portion of the liquid inside the flagon. Now there are some, since you walked over to it, there are some runes written.
Oh, I'd like to I'll just go ahead and cast my languages and read it. Unless it's already something I know. I know Celestial, Common, and Primordial.
I believe we determined that it was it was
Abyssal.
Abyssal. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll cast Comprehend Languages.
Great. Well, as you might have guessed, the flagon says "drink me" on it, and the plate says "eat me" on it.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Okay. Can I detect? I want to do. Well, I mean, I'll do detect magic on, if I can, on both. Actually, I mean, I have it in a 30-foot sphere, so
Yeah. Well, as you cast detect magic, you notice a lot of things. You notice that, of course, as far as you can tell, this is really your companion's equipment, because all the equipment that you have thought to be magical is glowing. The whole room is glowing. The 3 little items that you picked out of when you were in the shaft, they're all glowing. And everything on the table's glowing too. This whole place is just dripping with magic.
Yeah.
That sounds scary.
Can I tell what school the flagon liquid and the bread are?
Transmutative.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's all adding up. So now I need to figure out which way they went. So I'll look at the doors and see if there's any clues on any of the doors.
Yeah, when you look down and when you look back at the small door, it definitely you realize that it's actually cracked. The little tiny 1-foot door is cracked open.
Javi will conjecture out loud, well, I guess my gear isn't coming with me. So I just take off, it's just strip. So I'm not buried in my clothes and gear. And I gently, just sadly, put my book under the table and maybe cover it with like my cloak so that it's at least safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wrap all my like magical items and stuff. I just want to tuck them away safe under the table.
Sure.
And then standing there naked, Javi will pick up the bread, that last piece of bread, and eat it.
Wait. It was the bread that said it was the bread that said "eat me," and okay. You take a bite of the bread,
Oh no!
and all of a sudden you fill the room.
Oh, no.
even Jason, as both the DM and an audience member, was going, "No, don't!"
I did
Yeah, I
the
know,
wrong thing.
you are now in a really, as far as you can tell, in a super small room. You're cramped in this tiny room. You don't know what happened. You're looking down at this tiny little table. Your elbows are like pushing the sides. You don't know what's going on.
Can I use my toe to try to get the flagon?
Yeah, you can reach
Still
down and
probably.
you can still reach down and
Okay.
pick up the flagon with your fingers.
Okay, I'll drink it.
Okay, when you drink it, you're now back to regular size. The table looks normal. Your equipment is there. Everything seems correct.
Okay, and then I'll drink it again.
You're now on the floor. The 3 items that you grabbed from the chamber are now appear to be normal size to you. You've got the axe, the potion, and the wand, and so now clearly the door behind you looks to be of normal size, and
Okay. One last thing she's going to do after grabbing those magic items, I'd like to, if I can, tear some cloth from my clothing, my big clothing, to just make a quick
toga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I
exactly.
can slip the axe in the back and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can do that.
All
You
right.
can use the little magic. You can use the little mini magical axe, which is now regular size,
Yeah.
to cut. And yep.
And then I will march over to that door and walk in.
All right. Hold on.
I just want to tell Eliza. So when we played this, I took the bread and dunked it in the drink and then ate it before Jason could say anything. He was like, "You can't fit it into the flagon." I was like, "Oh, of course." So then I poured it on. I just
There is a
wanted
way
you
to
to know
bork
that
it.
happened.
Amazing.
I had indigestion. It was awful.
Were you like bloop, 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 bloop?
Oh yeah. He made me do all of that.
This is great.
As you walk through the door, you are now in a garden. It looks beautiful to you. There's grassy places, beds of flowers and plants, shrubberies and hedges, all of which are trimmed neatly into geometric shapes. A pathway leads from the doorway that you walked through towards a pool and a fountain whose sparkling water shoots high into the air and tinkles merrily into the basin beneath. There are interesting sparkles along the pathway, rather as if gems were reflecting the sunlight. We're going to pause right there, and now we're going to go back to the rest of our group. And yes, I'm going to give you the map there. Hold on one second. We do have a map for everyone to see because there is really nothing secretive on this map. It just has some letters, and I'll tell you where you are on the letters, and I'll tell you what happens when you do. Hold on one second.
Do we have a little map ditty?
What's that?
Do we have a little map ditty? I mean, I'm watched a lot of Dora the Explorer, so whenever the map comes out,
I know. You know what? I didn't write a map song this week.
No.
How to say you're a dad without saying you're a dad.
Here comes the map. Da-da-da-da. Okay, here we go for everyone and for
I'm the map. I'm the map.
The magic map.
There you go.
So what
Lisa's
had
got
happened with you guys is you had gone to the north there and almost got killed inside of Charldos's house. The shut down all the garbage masters on the detention level. Luckily, Grath was able to. You guys through magic were able to jump through the. You made a magical hole in the magical trap. Jump out, push the button, let everyone out. You encountered 2 lizard folk named Bill and Mitch, and 2 porcupines named Pat and Gil, and they told you about Charldos, who seems to be the master of this garden. So Bill and Mitch led you down to letter G, and you were standing in front of a stone rabbit, the likeness of a rabbit, a man-sized form, clad in some sort of a sleeveless vest, gloves, and low boots. Clover-like flowers of purple and white grow in a low border all along its path, while taller flowers and flowering shrubs screen it from the rest of the garden. The low slab of polished granite upon the statue rests about 3 foot square and 1/3 as high. So Bill and Mitch, who were kind of your guides here. Oh, and don't forget, I forgot to mention, you also met a tree ant along the way up by letter I there. So right now you guys are down by letter G. And Bill says, well, here he is. But it's clearly a statue.
Oh, they're pointing at the statue. Is that it's him?
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely creepy. Okay.
Yeah, Bill.
Not a big talker, is he?
Mm.
Well, he talks sometimes.
Bill, can you get him to talk maybe now? Please?
I think he'll talk when he wants to talk. But I'm sure that he knows that we're here.
Great.
Snacks takes a bold step towards the statue and just heartedly extends a paw. Just, well, it's great to meet you, Mr. Bun. Hi.
All of a sudden you see the statue slowly start to move, and the stone features of it start to fade away, and color starts to fill this creature. Now it looks as if it is a living, breathing humanoid rat. Not rat, sorry. Humanoid rabbit. Not unlike the Haringen race that is now in D&D.
Right.
And
I think I know the answer, but what color rabbit?
it's a white rabbit. What
I
do you
am
know?
shocked. As Snacks has her paw extended and the rabbit goes from like stone to fur, she releases like a tiny, like high-pitched squeak of like, you do look very soft and cute. Hello.
Hello there. Do you know what I just love more than anything else?
Would you be thrown off if we suddenly said yes? We know exactly. You don't need to finish your sentence.
Yeah,
Would that
like a
be-
top
You
three.
do. You know exactly what I love.
I do? Oh,
I have 3 guesses.
I'm so pleased with myself.
3 guesses. Yeah. Sure. Go
You have
right
3
ahead.
guesses.
Okay, well, based on what they said, probably carrots. But I'm also gonna guess your mother.
That's
And-
too wrong.
Wait, you don't love your mother?
Nice sunsets. You don't love your mother? We should talk about this.
I love my mother, but there's things I love more.
Than your mother?
You got 1 guess left.
I mean, I'm still kind of stuck on that. How are you, like, emotionally?
Yeah, maybe we should pause
That-
from the game and talk for a second.
Emotionally? I don't know what emotions are.
Oh my god, your eyes when you said that emotionally. And carrots? Carrots wasn't a thing for you? I thought you really liked carrots.
I heard you talking about that while you were walking through the garden. We all know that's a myth.
Oh, that's a myth.
She just takes a second to look at the other two, like,
I didn't know that was a myth.
all right. Okay,
Yes.
another guess. All right, I'm going to guess. Is it like riddles? Is it questions?
Nope. It's bubbles. I love bubbles. And
I was
before
not
your eyes,
expecting this at
bubbles
all.
go everywhere. But
Oh.
a giant bubble centers around Thanato. And before he can even react, this giant bubble centers on him and he starts bouncing away.
But bye, Thanato.
Yeah.
Bye.
And
I
you see
guess
this bubble, this sort of soap-filled bubble surrounding him and bouncing towards the north. And Javi, you now see you're just coming through the door, and your first sight after seeing this fountain that's in front of you is a giant bubble bounding 30, 40 feet into the air with Thanato in it. Seemingly, make a perception check, actually.
You know, I feel like he could handle that.
8. I'm slowly getting better at my perception checks.
He seems to be sort of frozen in this bubble.
Thanato! I'm going to call out.
And as you had stepped through the door, there was actually a wall behind you, and it bounds over the wall out of sight.
Oh, crap!
As you yell out Thanato, the rest of you hear what can only be Javi's voice yelling Thanato.
Oh no, she should have stayed in the library.
Javi's here? Wait. I'm sorry.
that sounded
what-
like Javi.
Excuse me, Charles, was that really necessary, the bubble thing? Can we please have our friend back?
Charles snaps his fingers, and he's gone.
He didn't even
You know,
say goodbye.
I knew Thanato's behavior would eventually lead him to an untimely end, but I just didn't see this one coming.
Well, let's get to Javi before this lovely host of a...
That's just the
Harrington.
way the bubble bounces, man.
Leaf points at you and just that's good. Yeah.
Well, Grath starts to set out towards Javi. Does anyone want to try to find Javi with me?
Let's find the
Snacks
undead
is-
bubble with our leader, shall we?
Snacks
yes.
is walking behind Grath, but still just like shaking her head, being like, how do you love bubbles more than your mother? Like, that's some deep-seated issues. Like, we gotta
Didn't
talk
see it
about
coming.
that.
Bill and Mitch go, well, that's him.
Bill, this is what you meant when you said he's been acting a little off. He's been a little unpredictable.
Quite.
I see.
I mean, I know that he has the ability to do all that, but I've never seen him do that on a whim.
Right.
That being said, I am 100% loyal to him. Still.
Still, it's good
can
for
see
you
why.
to question. Now let's go get by far the smartest person in our group. Javi!
Yep.
So you hear that it's due north. Like you feel that you could hear her voice probably close to the door to where you came out.
You said there's a wall where the door was, or just...
If you look on the map, there's a wall. If you look back through the door, you can see the room that you came through, the big room. But then if you look to the right and to the left of the door that you came in, there's actually a wall there.
I'm confused.
Where is she on the map?
She's at letter A.
There you go.
In that hex, or in the box above it?
In the hex, in that hex where the letter A is.
Okay, so I heard them on the other side of the door and the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The same side. You heard them, or they heard you. I don't know. You actually didn't hear them.
Oh yeah.
You saw the bubble go bouncing over the wall, and behind you, and off out of sight.
Got it. Okay.
Snacks reaches down and picks up some general stones and whatnot and starts throwing them up really high, being like, Javi, can you see this? We're underneath the stones.
Grath is just dodging the stones as they fall. Javi, can you hear us?
Do I see or hear anything? Perception?
Yes, please make me another perception check. I hope that it keeps getting better.
It is getting better. Yeah, 14.
Yeah, you see maybe, about 100 feet away, some strange rocks, and you think that you hear your friends.
Snacks?
Yeah.
Grath?
We're here. Where are you? Can you?
We're under the stones.
Under the stones? I start to follow where I think their voices are coming from.
Okay, so you're gonna pass this large fountain, which is B. And hold on, I just want to see something.
Oh, hex is 10 feet. I see. 1, 2.
Is a hex 10 feet?
As you get to
those hexes.
where F is, I would like you notice so that section where F is, it's given over to natural flowers and shrubs, and although artfully arranged and pleasing to the eye, the garden still appears as if it could be found on a walk through the woodlands. Some unusually tall phlox surround what seems to be a cup-shaped herb with a leaf that shades the cap atop its stem.
Detect magic.
Oh, it's going off like crazy. Now you notice though when you're detecting magic that the plant actually has a little man-like figure growing out of it. And he actually says, "You there, let me tell you all the wonderful things that you need to do to continue to love plant life and flowers and forests and woodlands. Come listen to me."
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
You offer knowledge to Javi. She's gonna take you up on it, but she also has a good wisdom saving throw. 21.
Pokey Bear needs to take a page out of this guy's book.
Good. You feel that he might be trying to control you or beguile you in some way, but you're not falling for it. He does give you a sermon basically about everyone should be neutral in alignment because that way you'll let nature take its course. You can let everything be balanced in the universe by choosing absolute neutrality. And he goes off for quite a while about talking about all the finer points of why everyone should be neutral in alignment and to show proper respect for plants. But you're not falling for it, and you can continue to walk past him if you so desire.
Yeah, I will just kind of nod and interesting, but walk away.
Like
Wait,
trying
come
to
back
avoid
here. Lost another one.
like trying to avoid like an excitable vendor at the Ren Fair. You're just like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, exactly. You've managed.
I was thinking
to...
it's like walking by the Scientology church. You're just like
That too. Usually I have my earbuds in, so I'm like,
Let me give you a personality test. All right, so we're all good. No harm meant. And so you now have made it. You see your compatriots. You see your companions.
hello. What are you wearing? What are they wearing? I'm curious.
They're all wearing little suits. They were able to grab little suits out of the dioramas. So they're all wearing kind of medieval looking sort of surf outfits.
Fun. Okay.
I don't think
mean
I got
surf,
one.
Like with me.
You did.
Okay, because I thought that we only had enough outfits for everyone, and then I had the cloak because
Oh,
there
that's right.
wasn't
You
enough
don't. That's right.
outfits.
You have just
And
the
then,
cloak. You're
but then I
wrapped in the
had to
cloak.
give the cloak to Grath because we
Yes.
figured out it was magical. So I'm just kind of like, I'm free scaling it.
Wait, does Javi have anything?
I have a toga that's you recognize. So my cloak has like little stars studded all over it,
Oh,
and you can see that it has like a couple of big stars on it. So I clearly have ripped a little strip of my cloak to make a toga.
Yes. Vishnupal is dressed in his fine robes that you remember seeing him in before, with the nice trim and everything. Looks completely the same.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Javi kind of looks at you all and mentally notes that and says, "Well, I'm glad to see you all are here and well. What is this place and why are we here?"
Uh,
we're trying to
I
find
don't
out.
have the
Okay.
It appears
So just like snacks, basically that is the perfect answer. Just,
we fell through the floor and things just kind of happened. Did you also fall through a floor?
Yes, I did. I
Mhm.
did.
Yeah.
I said I was
That
down for a
place.
little adventure, and here we are.
Huh. It happened when you said that, Vishnupal?
I'm just trying to be cute. It actually, I was
Oh,
walking in.
okay.
I was walking into your new quarters, and suddenly the floor disappeared beneath me, and I
I see.
fell and fell and fell and fell, and past many little dioramas, and
Yes.
then slowed and found ourselves here. And snacks experimented with some of the local food and drink, and we actually uh, transmuted ourselves into this diminutive form and found ourselves in this little garden and talking to a strange stoned rabbit.
I mean,
Mm.
he's leaving out the part where there was a light B and E, but like we didn't actually mean it, and we almost died. We we didn't, but we almost did.
Oh.
It was a very pressing matter, but we managed to disengage.
Yeah, we tried to go inside of the rabbit's house apparently, and
Oh.
it just tried to squeeze us into oblivion.
Oh,
that
dear.
feels about right. Yeah.
So this rabbit
where
is
am I?
hostile.
Hostile adjacent.
He frowns upon trespassers.
Mm. Is
But
this
also
his
just-
garden?
Mhm.
I think so.
Mm.
Yes.
Those two no more. She points to Bill and Mitch.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Are these
Welcome
the
to the
lizard-
garden.
Thank you. Are these the lizard folk that were mentioned before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, do you live here or did you fall like we did?
We live here.
Oh. Where's
we
the
serve. We serve at the pleasure of Charldos,
Oh, Charldos.
although he hasn't really assigned us with anything lately.
Well, I guess while we're down here, we might as well find out about the local politics and flora and fauna and just learn about our surroundings, which I'm
This
sure
is-
you have been doing.
This is Pat and Gil, and he points out to two giant porcupines.
Oh,
that you also
hello.
notice.
Hello.
They stay silent.
All
We
right.
also learned how to get out. You just have to go out the door.
So, should we leave?
Well, if we leave, it may be the loss of one Thanato, who, although
Oh,
I
no.
don't particularly care, you may.
We should find Thanato first. Yes, I forgot. I saw him bouncing by in a bubble.
Yeah.
He could be anywhere by now.
I wonder how big this place is. He went past me over the wall.
We should search the rest of this garden and then try to find a way over that wall. And if we can't, we're gonna have to go back into that one room and go into another door.
All right.
I mean, we could like leave the Nato like a little note, like sorry we missed you.
In case he ever makes it out of the bubble.
Yeah.
Well, we could try to find him somehow over that wall, right?
I'm never letting him live that bubble down. I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna call him Bubbles from now on.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah.
Bubs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't forget there's also a tunnel behind you, or you could go in the direction that the bubble had bounced.
Wait. What is
Or-
So
that?
the bubble
Tunnel?
bounced over towards
Northward. The bubble
yeah.
bounced northward, and as Javi can probably tell you, over the wall and then back towards where the orchard and the two cottages and the house were.
Okay.
The
Or we
house
can go
track.
or we can go south into this sort of hedge row tunnel, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or you could go back through the door.
Or back to the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we gonna
Perhaps
check
we
up on
should
Fernando?
perhaps we should head south. Maybe that has the answer. I don't know if going over the wall will lead us anywhere. This place is strange.
Maybe we could burst through the wall. I don't know.
Perhaps.
I definitely want to check out that tunnel though as well. But we got to make sure Thanato's okay.
When has the Nato not been okay?
We're talking about Bubbles, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
His name
like,
is not Bubbles.
death didn't even really stick.
Mhm.
You know, you're right, actually. Well, let's go through the tunnel.
All right. Why
All right.
not?
And then we'll wrap around and maybe find Thanato, hopefully.
And
is-
the Nato was so happy with us spending, like 2 years underground. So really us looking at the tunnel without him, he would probably be, better.
Good point.
I
He might
I
actually
do want to point out that I still am injured from our fight with Big Bad, because that literally only happened like 2 hours ago. In game time, like our season finale was 2 hours ago.
Oh,
We like
yeah.
beat him, went to check out our room, and fell down this hole. So I'm
That's-
still,
We didn't get a
Right.
rest, huh?
yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
we
been
didn't
rested.
actually-
I've spent key, like,
Oops.
yeah.
I have no slots.
The poor Gaxx pack has literally been going nonstop from the Lich to the fight to the thing, and now this.
Well, it
Mitch
seems like
over-
nothing's a-
Slot left.
Mitch overhears you and says, "You could rest in our cottage."
Is it gonna get tiny on us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
is he gonna try to
gingerbread people
consume
gonna
us like
jump
the
out
last
of the
one?
oven and try to stab us to death?
No, I promise you can rest safely. I wouldn't
have-
recommend going to Charldos's house, but you can
Never.
go to our house, which is on the other side of the orchard.
I'm sure it's a very fine house.
Yeah, you got like a nice like Airbnb setup.
Well, the bubble went through the air, but it's just a small cottage for us two lizard folk.
If y'all are feeling okay with taking this time to rest, I know that it feels like we need to immediately find Thanato, and that's certainly true. But if we have, I'll defer to the party. But if we have time, we would definitely take it.
I think a rest would be wise because we're, like you said, we've been spent from that fight.
Mhm.
So
Team, let's take a rest. But maybe someone should be taking watch. I'll take first watch.
Okay,
Which
so
looks
you're
like-
gonna go back. If you look on the map again, their cottage is letter M, which is in the northeast
Mm-hmm.
part of the
Right.
garden.
Okay.
And they'll take you around the edge of the foliage
The
to
hedge
avoid
edge.
any preaching plants, trying to turn you neutral. And you're now back at their cottage. It's a thatched cottage, small and well kept, but unremarkable. There's a few small round windows, and there's a loft above the main story. And he says, "You can sleep up there."
Thank you. Very kind of you. We shall remember this.
Okay.
We accept your offer, but I'm still gonna take first watch. She kind of like glances around distrustingly. All right, Leaf, get a lot of rest. You're real beat up.
Yeah, I'm at half hit points.
I'll-
Leaf just nods and says, "Thanks. Yeah, I think I'll try that sleep thing." And then he'll
Yeah, and just so you know, the bottom floor of the cottage is sunk below ground level, so you actually walk down into it, and it's filled with warm water.
it's warm.
So
Okay.
the flight of stairs up to the loft, there's where if you were to stay down on that lower level, you'd be standing in 3 feet of water.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you'd have to swim. Somebody needs to carry snacks.
Watch where you step, and
how Snacks-
grabs Snacks' hand and like pulls her out.
Oh, give me uppies.
Here, come on, and then Grath puts Snacks on her shoulders. Just, hey team, do we really want to sleep in this?
Not
I
in the
know
water,
we're in the loft,
no.
but
Yeah.
is this like lizard folks kind of just do this with the water? Snacks, do you know?
Our druid bailed. I couldn't tell you. And
Snacks like slowly looks down at Grath. I'm not a lizard folk.
I know.
We're
I just,
different.
I'm sorry.
Can I roll nature to know? what-
Yeah, you can make a nature check.
Oh my goodness. 6.
You know, maybe I've
Go ahead.
studied this at some point in my ranging ranges, and Grath is going to lean down and kind of like try to remember, you know, what is this normal for lizard folk? Do I make a nature check?
Yeah, please.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Where's my nature?
I believe in you, Grath.
¿Dónde está?
I believe.
Oh, okay. 8. Jesus, never mind.
Both of you are not sure, but you think that maybe that's how lizard folk relax, but you're not sure.
You know, team, what if we just camped in the orchard tonight, next to the houses, instead of barging in on these lovely lizard folk?
Snacks is on Grath's shoulder, and she kind of like gets up a little and like launches off the shoulder, like parkour, and grabs the ladder and starts like heading up just to get away from the water because she
They
doesn't
wanted
want
us
to get,
to
like,
sleep. They
plump.
wanted us to sleep down here. Is that right?
No,
they-
they were offering
they
for
were
you
like,
to
"Go
sleep
sleep
up
up
in the
there."
loft.
Yeah.
Oh, let's sleep in the loft. Yeah, no, if they were forcing us, if they were like forcing us to sleep in their toilet area in the basement,
No.
it's one thing. But like, if we can sleep in the loft, like,
Yes, you can sleep in the loft.
Leaf in that
That was
case,
the
Leaf
offer
is
the
probably
entire
already
time.
up in the loft because he did goodnight to Graft, so he's
Yeah.
That sounds good then. All right, let's just go to the loft. And
Yeah.
Grath makes her way over there too.
Yeah, Snacks curls up on Leaf's legs and falls asleep. Just being like, I'm not sleeping in the water.
Mm.
Grath, would you like me to take a watch after you?
Actually, I would love that.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can go ahead and take a long
Yeah.
rest.
yay.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. I've been so nervous about all of our encounters. Yoink. There we go. Long rest taken. Leaf just wakes up the next morning. I'm awake. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's find bubbles.
Launches Snacks off of your legs. So yeah, as we all kind of like wake up and do our little stretches. Like Snacks turns her eyes to Javi and is like, do you have an axe? Do you
I
do you have
do.
my axe?
No. Well, it is a magic axe, but I got it from those little dioramas.
Hacker, is that you?
Is it?
Nothing happens.
Okay, my mistake.
Do you need an axe?
That'd be great. All I have is this this shield.
Here.
Oh, I feel much better now.
I have a wand, so I'm good.
Okay. You rest uneventfully. Your spell slots are restored. Your wounds are healed.
Okay.
When you awake, you look down into the 3 feet of water and you see the lizard folk just chilling in the water. Their eyes are sort of half open, but they're
wearing shades,
relaxing back there. Like
got some drinks in hand, straws, just
Living their best
right.
life.
There's some
Yeah.
umbrella. There's little
Yeah, yeah.
umbrellas in the drinks.
Is there anything special about this axe? I'm just checking. Like she like hits it against something.
I mean, it feels very sharp and it does feel magical, but it's not hacker.
you know,
It's slasher. Just kidding.
at least this time we're under a open sky, being stuck somewhere. Like at least this time there's nature around us. We've got some trees, we got some talking animals. It's
all
better,
an illusion, right?
It's very Feywildy, that's for sure, but I've only heard stories about the Feywild. I've never actually been.
Oh yeah, that explains it. All right, let's get out of this house.
Okay.
Don't wake Bill and Mitch.
Bill and Mitch, exactly. Okay. So, you appear to have two choices ahead before you. Either go back through the door or go all the way to the bottom and go through the tunnel.
Before we leave outside of the front door, Snacks takes her little claw and in the dirt makes 4 out of 5 stars.
Leaf, would you make an insight check for me?
Yoink. I rolled a 19 for a total of 26.
You feel that when you looked down through the tunnel before you took the rest, that it seemed like an entirely different area. It did not feel like the garden to you anymore. And so it gave you pause to maybe want to go back through the door to get your stuff.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something I could do? Like
You can go back through that door. When that door is open, you see the original room that you were in.
Sure, but our stuff is still ginormous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'll relay this to the party.
I just realized, what if we pour some of the liquid on our stuff?
If
And
it
did
works
you
like a
Try that.
oil, then that's not a problem. But if it's a drink, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've never asked Hacker if he was thirsty.
Man, I hope he's not
That's
angry
friend.
at you. Doesn't he mostly drink blood anyway?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Huh.
it'll be fine.
Well, maybe
We could
it's worth
try it. Just head back to the door and see if we can. I don't know exactly how we get our stuff through, though. Maybe that's where I'm confused.
Then we shrink it, and then we shrink ourselves again, and then we have
Why
all
do
of our
we-
equipment.
Can you just do that? Can you just pour? I don't know how magic works. And he throws his hands open over to Javi and just says, what do you think?
I'm just as curious about this as you are. I think it's worth a try, though.
Yeah. What's the worst that can? It's worth a shot.
Worst thing is our stuff gets wet.
All right.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
All right.
Pause,
Let's try
fingers.
it.
Feel like there is the potential for worse, but sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't remind me. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yep. And we proceed.
Okay, so you go back through the door. Once again, the table is about 30 or 20 feet in front of you, but it feels like it's 200 feet. Everything is still giant, but all your stuff is in front of you underneath the table. Now, how do you propose getting to the top of the table?
That is the
Okay.
question.
The bread was left on the floor by the door.
Mm-hmm.
So Grath will just. All right. Where's the potion again? Was it on top of the table?
Your potion's on top of the table.
Oh, we're gonna have to climb
I'm going
it.
to.
I can. Oh no, I don't have my cloak. I can levitate over there or
You can
fly over
dimensional
there.
door, can't you?
But
I can dimension
gonna need-
door.
Yeah.
I can dimension door. I think all of us, or just one. Let's see.
I think you can mention at least one other person. I don't know if you can do all.
I don't think you need to bring
one.
all of us because you just have to get up there. Well, but the thing is,
It's
no,
really
the only
big.
thing that makes sense would be to someone eat some bread, get big, pick it up.
Yeah.
because the flagon's also going to be huge, and then you just drip through it.
Exactly, snacks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Javi. Thank you so much for offering that, though, but that is not necessary.
Okay.
I volunteer to just do this real fast and grab that, bring it down, or maybe I'll pour it on our stuff before shrinking again.
Eat the bread. Eat the
right.
bread.
Don't look. All right, turn around, everybody, and grab like goes up to the bread, like
Oh,
eat
yeah,
some of
Leaf
the
will-
bread.
Leaf will
Please.
turn around and kneel
Avert
down.
thine eyes.
Thank you. And then Grath like takes a little nibble of this like giant bread, like rips a piece off and like, gets back to normal size, right?
Yep, you're now back to normal size.
And then just like rapidly like grabs like her clothes and just like puts it over her. She doesn't even put it on. Okay, let's see. Here's the potion. She grabs it, turns around and like tries to test it out on her bow first. She'll just like a little drop, just like.
The flagon is normal size.
Oh wait, it's normal size now, right?
You're normal size with a normal size flagon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I put it on the bow to see if little drop on the bow to see if it'll shrink the bow.
Doesn't happen. Nothing happens.
Ugh.
She puts that down and like takes out a blade. Ding, on the blade.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Yes, Javi?
Well, I just had two thoughts. One is that you all saw each other naked. I realize that now. The other is that maybe one of these other doors leads to the other place that Leaf was talking about.
Sorry, that's what I was communicating. Yeah.
Oh, so we don't need to get back small again. We just need to get big, get our stuff, and go through a different door.
Oh. There's normal size doors in this room. Yeah.
I suppose if that's the direction Bubbles headed, we should probably just go ahead and follow through on that. And when we need to come back to the garden, we can always just get naked again.
Okay.
Good point. Okay. And then Grath just like, I guess I'll go smaller again, right? Right.
Wait,
No, we just
No.
get regular now. We should eat a little bread and
okay.
get regular.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. All right,
need
we're
to
gonna
get
go through
regular, all
another
of us.
door.
Okay,
Okay.
everyone,
Water.
close your eyes.
All right.
Javi takes off her toga and stuff and wants to keep that all packed.
This
in.
is
Okay.
this is fibrous cake that will be regular after eating it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had that thought too. I'm glad you said it. And eat a little bread.
Back to normal size.
Grab stuff. Put on clothes.
Okay. I'll assume that you all are going to do that.
Yeah, Snacks
Indeed.
walks over to the bread and is just like, I mean, it's not like I have nipples. And
Tell me what
she
order-
eats the bread and gets big.
Tell me what order you're doing it in.
You can get banned on Snacksagram for showing nipples.
Who would be the last person to eat the food?
I guess that'll be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you take your bite and you are now normal size, you all notice that suddenly the room is not as it seems. You're in an immense hall and you're regular size. There's no rubbish heap anymore. There's no table. And at the far, far end, you see 4 doors. However, between you and those doors is a large pool of water.
And the pool of water completely cuts us off from the doors. It's spans
So the
yeah,
pool
okay.
of water spans the whole room. The room is now maybe like 100 feet, 100 feet wide, and several hundred feet long.
Wow. Okay.
Having
And there's no space
flashbacks of
between.
Shadowgate right now. Trying
There's
to
no
recall.
space between the walls and the pool. We have to go through this water.
Right.
I can
Great.
cast Fly and Levitate on a bunch of us. Who needs it? Well, I don't know if levitate. Well, yeah, you could push yourself over, but who needs help?
Let me find out 1 second. I might not.
Let me see.
Do any of you want to examine the
Doubled.
water while you guys are figuring that out?
Well, definitely yes. I want to make sure. Like my first reaction is I'm hoping that's not acid or something. But yes, I'm gonna examine the water.
So you walk over to it, and so it reaches wall to wall, and it covers about 100 feet of the length of the hall. Strange creatures are swimming in it, but they're about 50 feet away and difficult for you to see well. I'm only talking to Leaf right now.
I'm like rushing
Everybody
to
calm
unmute
down.
myself. Like, wait.
The liquid appears to be only a few inches deep, but the floor slopes down towards the center of the pool.
Okay, so it gets deeper basically,
Mm-hmm.
and there are things swimming around inside of it.
Mm-hmm. So you can,
I'm gonna Leaf reaches down and examines that for a second. Then he's going to just on the edges. He's just going to touch the water.
Leaf,
Yeah.
Leaf, please don't be so rash. Do you have some sort of ration or meat or something of that nature handy? A piece of
Looks
jerky? Well, just
the
I'll just-
monk looking for meat in his pack just goes no.
no. That's right. That's right. I forgot.
Sorry.
Snacks. Perhaps I was going to see if I could just dangle something out there and see if these creatures come and attack it. Sticking your finger in there is very, very rash. And if you die, you don't just go back home and regenerate after a few decades. So it's a little bit more permanent for you.
I see. Yes. I suppose you should be the one to do this. Yeah.
Yes. But Snacks, can I bother you, please? Do you have a fleshy morsel or bit that I could nosh on, perhaps?
Snacks was apparently sneezing in the background, but she walks over like, oh, I would like to introduce you to Seder meat. Now this one is nicely aged.
You still have that? He cuts you off, just incredulous. You still have that in your pack?
There was a lot of Seders, all right? I stocked up, and this one has a nice pickly brine. And what are those things in the water? And I look at them. Jason.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with Seder meat. It's quite good. I'll take a little bite.
Oh no!
But
just so you may be familiar with Seder meat, but just so you know, like this is not good for
It's
you.
old.
It's
So old.
it definitely has a smell and a texture, and I am very stoked about it, and I'm very excited to give you some, but I just want you to be clear that you have the right mental image of like, don't, buddy.
Yes,
Don't-
this is
don't do it.
it's a little gamey. Is that coating on it?
Oh, sorry, that's some of the raccoon fur. It's all right.
I see. Well, this is perfect for my purposes, and I'll mage hand a chunk of this thing over the water towards where some of those creatures are.
Probably best. you don't.
Great. So here's what you see, Snacks, because you have the eagle eye
Let's throw it.
power.
Yeah.
You see a giant weasel swimming in the water. You see a giant badger swimming in the water. You see a giant owl swimming in the water.
Huh.
You see an axe beak.
What?
An axe beak.
They're not good either.
And with your eagle eye, actually, can you make a perception check for me?
Yes, I can. Maybe. It froze. I'll get back to you on that in a minute. It froze. Oh wait, it's going. It's going. Never mind. That's a 10.
Okay. You see over on the right side, you see something is high. You see something underneath the water that you can't see through the water. And whoever touched the water, it's brackish water. So it feels kind of salty, but not like full on ocean water. So something's hiding underneath the water, plus you saw the giant weasel, the giant owl, the axe beak, and the giant badger.
I just googled
Snacks,
what
what'd
an
you say?
axe beak is, and these are someone just said it. These are absolutely D&D chocobos.
Yep.
Yeah, they're D&D chocobos, 100%. Or maybe chocobos are Final Fantasy axe beaks.
Fair. Yeah, in a high-pitched squeal, Snacks relays all of the information to everyone else. Like, weasels!
We are not going in that water. Javi, what was your plan again?
Okay.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around giant owls swimming under the water. This is
I don't even want to.
On top of the water. It's swimming on top of the water.
on top of the water. So they're like breaststroking, just kind of like, oh, okay.
And,
Just imagining the little legs like.
and Vishnupal's just like hanging out with the rotten meat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get one of these things to see if they're going to attack the meat.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Vishnupal, when we cross, however the heck we're going to cross,
Yes.
if those things come towards us, ready the meat and toss it, and maybe they'll go for that instead of us.
Okay.
I mean, you don't want to like check with the meat first.
Oh.
Well, you flung the meat into the water, right? Like towards the direction of the.
If I could get it and just hover it with the mage hand out there and like try to entice something to bite it, that'd be great.
Yeah. So the mage hand has a range of 30 feet.
Only 30 feet. That's true.
Yeah.
And they're a little further away.
Yeah, they're more towards the center of the water, and 30 feet kind of gets close to them. Like one sort of the weasel, the giant weasel, swims towards the meat and tries to grab it.
Okay. I'll kind of slowly try to bring it a little bit closer, kind of like you would do to like your kid brother or something with something they want,
Oh, like the weasel like snaps at it, and then doesn't get it, and then swims a little closer and snaps at it and doesn't get
Okay.
it.
Does this thing look like a giant weasel? Is it
a
just a regular?
giant weasel? It looks
Yeah.
pissed.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, I'll lead him towards the party a little bit more then.
Okay.
Vi-
This is
Okay,
gonna go well.
well, how about maybe not directly towards us? That thing's big and angry looking.
Uh, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
thanks.
So I'll move it towards the edge of the water, and then I'll drop the meat on the edge of the water, and I'll disappear and go invisible.
Oh.
Wrath readies her bow. Thanks.
Okay. The giant weasel starts chomping on this meat, and you see it pick it up with its little weasel hands and start chewing it, and then it's like,
Oh boy.
Yeah, does it die?
it throws the meat away,
I'll
and
say to the weasel, yeah, sorry.
it does look up and it sees you guys,
Sorry about that.
and it makes a giant weaselly sound.
No, we got more where that came from.
And
No, I'm still working on the recipe, okay? Everyone's a critic.
the giant weasel charges.
Oh, great. I
Well-
guess I don't have time to.
Swims.
I'd like to just tap the three of them on their shoulders and cast fly on them.
Ooh.
You wouldn't have time to do that. Let's roll for initiative, and then you can decide what to do. So, but you know what? Since we're right at the halfway point, let's take a quick break.
Break
and
for
then
weasels.
right when we get back, we will fight the giant weasel.
Right.
Sound good?
All right.
All right.
Hopefully, Matt is there. I think I see he's there. Our producer.
The ever-present Matt.
The
Yeah.
ever-present Matt.
There he is. All right, so we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be right back to fight the giant weasel.
Hooray.
In the frozen mountains of the north, you have come to end the terror of the Grimfang King and his army of raiders. The biting wind has slowed your pace as you approach the mountain hold. The air is painful to breathe, the snow thick and unyielding. You draw close. Distant torches lighting the icy ground. A rank odor fills your nostrils. The shouts of orcs fill your ears. Great beasts roar and slam against their bonds. You ready your weapons and prepare your attack. Battle is about to commence. Epic encounters. Turn your RPG up to 11.
You have heard tell of a kobold queen with visions of a world made new in fire and rage. Driven by prophecy, she has filled her followers with the raging passion of her cause. Now, you step forth into her burning realm. Dark shapes move among the rising embers. Thick-skinned beasts belch gouts of fire. It's an ambush! Roll for initiative. Battle is about to commence. Epic encounters. Turn your RPG up to 11.
This is everything you need to know about our terrain in 60 seconds. We hand sculpt our pieces for maximum detail and artistry, infusing passion into every millimeter of our work. Everything is available beautifully hand painted so you can start playing right away. Or you can choose unpainted to paint everything yourself. Our pieces are completely modular so you can use the same sets to create a new adventure every time. We create everything out of Dwarvenite, our top secret PVC formula that's nearly indestructible. We pack our pieces with as many features as possible, such as swappable LEDs to quickly change the look of your scene. We offer magnetic accessories to add flavor or increase the danger. A 1-inch tactical grid is sculpted into our floors. We offer a range of environments, including dungeons, caverns, cities, castles, sewers, forests, mountains, streets, burrows, ice, and hellscape. And that's just the beginning. That's everything you need to know about Dwarven Forge in 60 seconds.
Hello, I'm Benwin Bronzebottom, celebrity dwarf and video game enthusiast, and this is my sidekick, Crowy.
Hello.
Quiet, you. I'm here to tell everyone about Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. It's a Dungeons & Dragons-based strategy game from Codename Entertainment.
It's a management game with an emphasis on formation strategy, where you assemble parties of legendary heroes and send them on adventures through the Forgotten Realms.
Heroes? Crowy, don't you mean champions?
Players unlock legendary champions of the Forgotten Realms, like Dritz Duerden and the Companions of the Hall, Farida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels saga, and many more. Assemble the best adventuring party possible based on your formation options, champion abilities, and the obstacles and enemies you face.
Or just smash your mouse button repeatedly like I do and hope for the best.
Each champion has an incredible array of skills and items to let you customize your style and play even further.
Farther. Farther means more distant, further is figurative.
Well, I meant more distant, but figuratively.
That's forther.
Well, customize your style even further, because Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is available on all your favorite gaming platforms. Steam for PC and Mac, web, Epic Game Store, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, iOS tablets, and Android devices.
Well, let me know when it comes to the BlackBerry. I'm not giving up that phone. It's the only keyboard I can use.
I hear it's coming to the smart fridge next spring.
Waterdeep, the city of splendors, is peaceful at night. Old friends gather at the yawning portal and share stories about the threats to our city. Threats that never sleep. Waterdeep needs warriors. My name is Laeral Silverhand. I've summoned the greatest heroes in Faerun, the Warriors of Waterdeep.
hewn from ice older than memory, with a heart as cold as the glaciers that form its lair. The terrible frost giant scours the lands as it seeks to quench its unending hunger. The icy cavern walls sparkle like diamonds in the light of your torch. Scattered bones mark the places others have fallen to the titan you now face. From behind its craggy brow, the giant's eyes flash like cold fire, and a face like carved stone cracks open with an enraged roar. Grasping its enormous axe, the vast creature thunders towards you. The fight of your lives has begun. Epic Encounters. Turn your RPG up to 11.
gonna keep eating this.
But generally speaking, I just think that Tarask is misunderstood.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they're really
Is
actually
that-
pretty nice. I have a few.
Yeah.
I have several
I
Tarask
disagree.
friends.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about to fight some giant monsters that may or may not add up to their stats in 5e because maybe they're a little bit more OP. I mean, that's just a possibility. You know,
Just kind of subtly drop that in there.
this is an adventure for between levels 9 and 12, and you're all level 10. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
this is
a regular giant weasel would be easy pickings, but perhaps this is a
D&D giant weasel.
empowered giant
Yeah.
weasel. Yes.
I want to hug the weasel.
All right. So,
So-
Leaf, you're first in initiative. We have rolled initiative. Leaf is first. You see this giant giant weasel coming your way. He is charging. What do you
If we
do,
built
sir?
A large wooden badger. Let's see if I can.
One Monty Python at least per game. We have to make
It has to, every D&D game has to have one Monty Python quote, and it's almost always got to be Holy Grail. So
Yeah,
I mean,
someone in
when we
chat
were
made a Holy
talking to
Grail
like the
reference.
rabbit statue, it was so hard not to be like,
statue of Kyle Bannog. Quick question: we have all our equipment back now, yeah?
You do, but Leaf, actually, this all happened. You were the last person to eat the bread, and
Am I naked?
you still need to put your equipment on.
No, I don't.
You
I'm a
don't?
monk. I'm a monk.
Yeah, I mean, you.
We don't want to
Leaping
see monk.
gauges.
We don't want to see monk junk though. So you better.
Speak for.
Leaf engages.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spend my action putting on. I am not gonna spend my action putting on my clothes when my party is in danger. I'll suffer the immodesty if it means beating down a giant weasel.
Are
I
you
mean,
telling
I
me
feel
that-
like that should get some kind of like bonus surprise thing.
You would
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
So you're
All right,
telling
so
me
what-
that Leaf is showing us twig and berries?
Right.
Yep. All right. So what range is this thing at? He's charging us?
Yeah. So if you look at the map,
Okay.
you guys are relatively on that coastline, I suppose, of where the water is, and he was towards the middle, but then he was following the mage hand, so he was very close to where. Now, where did you drop the meat? Roughly, it would have been 30 feet in, and then you started bringing him closer.
Yeah. So probably towards the center, which is where we were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's the center there.
Okay, the center south.
So yes, south center.
So right around letter A, basically,
Yeah.
is where you guys
In that
are.
in that vicinity. Yeah.
As like a quick action, would I be allowed to just swipe up my holy symbol?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, I can't.
As a bonus
That's-
action.
I won't have I won't have my divine focus. I won't be able to. If that's okay, so that's fair, using that as a bonus action, but it means I'm not gonna be able to just pop off on this thing. So but I need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and swipe it up. So he'll get that over his head as this thing is charging. So he's just wearing his holy symbol. And then I am going to, that throws off the calculus a little bit, because now that I've used my bonus action, because that's where monks live, is in their bonus actions. So now I got to think about what I'm going to do here. Does it look like he's picked a target? Is he coming at somebody specifically?
He's charging the group.
Okay, so we can't tell.
Yeah.
I don't suppose, this is kind of unusual, but I don't suppose I can make an insight check to determine where he is planning on killing, to like find out who his first attack is going to be.
No.
Okay. In that case, don't want. Yeah, fuck it. Pardon my vulgarity. I'm just gonna punch him.
Okay.
I'm just swing up there and just yeah. Yeah, I'll meet him halfway. See if I can get some of his attention. But Leaf will just stride forward half his movement, meet him halfway, and stop him where he is if I can. And I'll just throw 2 attacks on it.
Okay, great. Roll.
First attack is 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And the second attack is it's an 18, so I'm guessing that hits too. All
that
right,
will also hit.
He is going to take a total of 16 points of damage from Leaf's fists.
All right.
He gets up there. And Leaf is gently saying as he crawls, please reconsider this, as he jumps up there and just punches this weasel in the face twice.
Okay. He does not look that he can hear what you're saying. Vishnupal, it is now your turn. You're invisible, but you're right there.
So Leaf moved much quicker than I had anticipated him to, because part of the fun was to just kind of bait this weasel into charging and then attack him. So I will leap over there and I will also attack the weasel with my own claws, backwards hands. A 24 and a 17.
They're both going to hit.
All right. So that'll be 11 and I think it's 11 and 11. Hold on. Oh, sorry. 7 and 8 points of damage. So 15 total.
Okay. The weasel is still, and the weasel is still standing.
The weasel is still standing.
Okay, Snacks. It's now your turn.
Could go one of two ways with this. So just the weasel is attacking.
No. Well, it's no one's turn yet. The weasel has attacked. If you're with your eagle eye vision, if you're noticing that the other creatures have noticed this, they have.
Oh crap.
But this is all happening so fast that you don't know what they're going to do when it's their turn. But they are also in initiative with you. I will tell you that.
Oh, jeez. So
but they're all around where letter B is, so they're still about 60 feet away.
Okay. Well, I gotta try it once. Snacks, kind of like holds her hand up, one hand holding Hacker, but she will speak with animals and try to speak with the weasel and be like,
whoa, listen, we are just passing through. We don't want any kind of trouble. Do you want more of the state meat? You can have it.
The weasel looks at you quizzitively and says, that meat sucked.
Well, I mean, I could get you, I could see what else I have.
That's 6 seconds, so.
How slow are you talking that's 6 seconds?
No, I mean between the two of you. Yeah. So.
All right. Did I get any indication that I reached it at all, or is it just that mad about the meat?
You could make an animal handling roll for me if you like.
Oh, am I handling it now? Sure.
I mean, all right. Are you trying to handle this situation?
I mean, not with a 5. How many fate points do we have?
You have 2.
I have 2. I'm going to go ahead and use one to try to roll animal handling.
We're on our way to the
time.
next one, so okay.
To try.
7.
Well, I'm sorry. All right. I did not handle. Was that an action? Doing speak with animals? I assume.
It's a spell.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, with your talisman.
No, that's just me, baby. That's just what I got. This is a barbarian thing.
Oh, it's one of your barbarian things. So I don't know if that's a bonus action or if it's an action. What do you think, Eric?
What is
the
she
barbarian
trying to
speak with animals power Is it a bonus action or is it an action?
On D&D
Oh,
Beyond,
this is
it's
from Path of the
under
Totem?
other. So I'm a little.
This is Path of the Totem?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are actually rituals. So those take 10 minutes.
Oh, then
It says cast at will.
Oh, is it cast at will?
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
shooting
then.
out weasel talk, dude.
I thought those abilities were rituals for barbarians, but I'm not sure. If it says cast at will,
Says cast at will.
then I don't know. I guess it's an action because casting any spell is an action.
Yeah, that's what I
unless you've got sorcery points or something.
Which I do not. Okay, well then, my fumble talk was my action. For my bonus action, I am so mad that this weasel offended my meat and my cooking. Like, you're no Gordon Ramsay. And she just starts like frothing, and like the eyes start pinning, and you know that this is Snack starting to go into a rage personally about her cooking.
Okay.
Now y'all have done it.
Well, I didn't think that you cooked that satyr meat. I thought it was just.
It was pickled.
Okay. Welcome, Raiders.
Max is holding up two hands and saying, "You're the idiot sandwich."
We just got a big raid, so welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. Please give a shout out. I missed who raided though, because it flew by so fast. Tell us who raided, please. Right now they're fighting a giant weasel.
Robert Hartley, GM.
Thank you, Robert Hartley.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
Thank you. All right. Hello. I rated. All right. Appreciate it.
I came. I saw.
Awesome.
Appreciated.
It is now the giant weasel's turn. And because Leaf did the most damage to it, it's going to try to bite you.
It says, I just looked this up. So at 3rd level, you adopt this path, you gain the ability to cast beast sense and speak with animals, but only as rituals, as described in the spellcasting section. Yeah. And rituals take 10 minutes to cast.
Well, I'm
does it
gonna
say at will?
look at it later and get back to you because it says at will on my sheet, and I like that
Maybe
better.
it means at will
Let's
after
try to
10
find
minutes.
it.
You can ritualize at will.
Certain spells, tags, ritual version of a spell takes 10 minutes longer to cast than
We'll fight about it
normal.
later.
Okay.
Well, either
Right
way,
now, you're getting bit by a weasel.
it wasn't too happy. Either way.
Oh, it's fighting. It wants to bite me.
Yeah, it's biting you. It gets a 14.
Misses by 4.
And a 19.
Hits by over 1.
Okay, and you take 8 points of slashing damage from the giant weasel's claw.
That's not very nice.
At this point, the giant owl, the giant badger, and the axe beak all start making their way towards the edge of the water. The owl sloughs off some water and takes flight, and can move 60 feet, so will actually move and try to bite Leaf. So we'll go with the owl first. 18.
Does it hit me?
Yeah.
Yep. That does it.
Actually swipes at you with a talon for another 7 points of damage. And misses on the second swipe.
Okay.
The axe beak starts swimming your way, and the giant badger starts swimming your way. And actually, I believe... so those are both mid-swim. It's now Grath's turn.
All right. So, just to be clear, the potion and the bread were like our size again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grath took those with her. Like we're bringing that with us. So it's in
Okay.
possession.
Yeah.
Graf sees the weasel like on the shore already, casts Hunter's Mark, and I have an idea. Let's see. She casts Hunter's Mark, but she actually like puts her boat back. And how far away is this weasel?
Well, right now the weasel's where letter A is on your map. So, and you guys are all right there on the shore, so it's definitely within your movement range. If you wanted to engage it in melee, you could.
Grath is going to engage the weasel.
Mm.
Grath, dashes up to the weasel. She has the potion in hand and kindly grabs the weasel by the throat and is going to just like dash some of the potion into its mouth.
Okay.
What do I roll for this?
Yes, you're gonna need to make an unarmed attack. You're gonna need to make an unarmed attack and a grapple. You're gonna need to make a grapple roll against the giant weasel.
I'm sitting here like, how is this not literally animal handling?
Oh yeah,
I know. That's more for domesticated animals. I know.
So an unarmed strike.
Well, but I believe it's grappling technically. So that's just straight strength versus strength. But you've got to be able to grab it. So I'm thinking unarmed strike first and then grapple.
Okay, all right.
To be honest, because that's kind of complicated to grab this wet giant weasel by the throat and then shove something in its mouth. We're going to need more than one successful roll there. So first of all, give me unarmed strike.
She lunges towards it gently. And
we have a fate point still.
Does 17 hit with the unarmed
It does.
strike?
It does. It does.
Yes. Okay. So she just, this weasel's just like writhing around and like a vice grip right for the throat. And she's going to try to sprinkle some of the potion into the giant weasel's mouth.
Okay, so for that one, actually make me a sleight of hand roll.
Right. Let's see what do I got. Come on. Yes, 19.
Okay, so you successfully grab the weasel by the throat, jam the potion, a couple of drops of potion into the weasel, and now the weasel has shrunk down to 1/10 of its size. So it is now just simply a regular size weasel, and is at your feet.
Before ending her turn, Grath is just going to be like, get out of here. Shoot.
Nice.
And Javi is now Javi's turn. So the giant owl is all getting up in Leaf's face. The axe beak and the badger are almost to the shore.
Are they
and the
within?
weasel has now, in your eyes, the weasel has completely disappeared.
Great. Javi shouts out to Grath, "Good job!" And I'm sorry, I forget which two, but the two that are coming towards shore, are they within 30 feet yet?
They're definitely both within 30 feet.
Okay.
And they're making a beeline for the action, so they're both about 20 feet away at this point.
All right. On both of them, I'm going to cast Charm Monster. They're not fighting us yet, so they don't get advantage. Is that right? They're not fighting us yet.
Well, they've engaged in combat, but they haven't been hit. Tell me.
It says it does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it.
I mean, they're on their way to attack, so I would say they are in combat, especially because I had them roll initiative. So
Okay. Well, then I'm still going to use it on those two.
Okay.
But they will have advantage on a wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
16. Okay. And this is the badger and the axe beak, right?
Hey, Jason.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, and this is kind of like off the cuff, but it might be like an even cooler way for us to constantly use our fate points. But fate points let us roll with advantage, right? Could we spend fate points to force somebody to roll with disadvantage? since it's fate?
Yeah, I'll
Or is that-
allow it. I mean, you're
Yay.
spending it, so you're gonna make
Is
me
what I-
roll. You're gonna make me not have advantage on these.
Yeah,
Well-
basically, it's just a normal roll. If
Can we
she
just
wanted to
see?
spend
Yeah,
it,
can we just see how they roll first and then use it if we need to?
I would have to. Yes, what I would do is I would get rid of the high one, basically.
Oh, it's a re-roll of any die. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a reroll.
Oh, of any
but,
die. So then you could make them re-roll if they.
high,
Yeah, one die. Okay.
Right. Reroll of any die,
Let's see how they do.
Okay. So it's not rolling
Okay.
with advantage, right? Okay, cool.
and they need to make a wisdom of 16.
Yes.
Okay, so the giant badger first does get a 17 and a 15.
It's like playing blackjack.
Wait, they both. Wait, is
Well,
that?
he's rolling. He has advantage.
Oh yes, sorry, got it.
Mhm.
So he would take the No, sorry, he would take the 17.
He would take the 17.
And
But
re-roll
you could
it.
force him to re-roll the 17 if you wanted to by
Yeah.
spending a fate point. But then it's like, again, playing blackjack. He might roll higher, he might roll lower.
Well, higher doesn't really matter, right? So go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah. Let's. Can we use a fate point to make him roll again?
Yep, you can.
Thank you for the fate points.
Thank
Okay. And by the way, for all of our new raiders, the way fate points work is a way you can interact with us during the game. You can help affect the game. For every 3,000 bits donated, our players get a fate point, and that way, as you can see, any die can be re-rolled with that fate point, including me. So they can force me to. So here I go, rolling the saving throw for the badger. And you know what? He made it. I got an 18.
Oh,
Sorry.
by one more.
Okay, the other one has
No.
to roll now.
Right.
With
The badger's throwing it off. The axe beak.
Son of
Dang it.
The axe beak rolled crappy. So the
Okay.
axe beak is now charmed.
Okay. I'm gonna say to the axe beak, my friend, my sweet friend, what are your friends doing to mine? Stop them, please.
And the axe beak starts. Well, it's his turn. Their turn has already happened, but you can tell the axe beak is under your command now. It's now swimming, possibly going to attack one of the others from behind.
All right.
And we're now at top of initiative. And go ahead.
As a bonus action, I will discreetly, so the axe beak doesn't see, cast hex on the the owl is attacking Leaf, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cast
the
hex.
giant owl.
Okay. So just kind of like axe beak.
Axe beak. Come on, buddy.
Well, the axe beak can, if he's your friend right now.
That's a foul trick.
Mm-hmm.
A foul trick.
Ooh.
A pox
Same
upon
level.
your house.
Sand to level puns.
Sorry, I'm frozen. All right. Okay, I think it's
No, you're
Leaf's turn again, if that's the last of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Okay. Leaf, what you got?
Leaf is a cleric of peace, and so he has a very passive expression on his face as he is. This weasel's been handled, right?
I think we've
He's-
whipped that weasel.
I just pictured picking up the weasel and like kung paoing this and just using the weasel as nunchucks and just start going after the shrunken weasel. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is
Weasel.
the owl's still on me, isn't he?
The owl's definitely still on you.
Okay, I'm gonna throw down with the owl then. Yeah. All right. Cool. 2 attacks.
Great.
First one, it's a 12. I ain't gonna do it, is it?
That actually hits.
That makes sense, I guess, because they're kind of big. The other one definitely hit. Then is a 19. So he's gonna
Those
take
both
a
hit.
total of. Ooh, good. Oh, good rolling. 22 points of damage.
Oof. Nice.
I'm gonna burn a point of key to initiate dodge.
Okay.
So, yeah, nice. Good job, Leaf. Good job, buddy.
That was a very solid hit on the giant owl. And we're good?
Yeah, that's my action for the round. So Leaf just whips around and he just spinning roundhouse kicks the owl and then throws a punch into its sternum. And that's going to be my action.
Great. Vishnapal.
Yeah, Looks like I'll just go ahead and claw the owl here. 16 and a 17.
Those both hit.
Alrighty. 6 points and 9 points, so a total of 15.
All right. Owl's not looking too great. But it is still with us. The giant owl is still with us.
It's gonna take a few more licks to
get to the center of that to pop. He does have glasses, oddly. No, I'm joking. All right, and he has glasses, and he's wearing a graduation cap. All right, all right. Snacks.
All right. Well, I turn and see the owl still up, and she is like, "Oh, sorry. Hi, hacker. I haven't said hello to you yet. Sorry about that. All right, anyway."
It's okay.
I felt a little bad. Sorry. And she raises the axe up, and okay, so she's going to bring the axe down to try to hit it, but as she does, if the owl turns its head to look at me, I would say that owls are able to turn their heads 270 degrees, and they actually have a pooling system inside that helps collect the blood to power their brains and eyes when their head completely cuts off the circulation. So if it did look at me, I would yell that snacks fact, but that's up to you.
I'll allow it.
Blah, it happened, and then I hit
it. You just owl-splained its head function to it.
Owl-splained.
Yeah.
I did. Thank goodness for advantage. 15.
That will hit.
On the owl. Okay, great. Then I do 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Is it still up?
So you owl-splained it, and then you owl-spread its brains everywhere because you have now destroyed the owl.
Excellent. She then throws up and is like, "Oh, so owls have ears at different parts of their heads, but I guess you didn't hear me coming, huh?"
Owl burn.
That's a bonus snacks facts because owls are very interesting. Is anyone else close to me enough that I can also hit?
The weasel is shrunken down, so I mean maybe you could see you could probably see the weasel with your, if you want to take a stab at the weasel, at the tiny weasel, because it hasn't moved yet from when it was shrunk. Its turn is actually next. But the axe beak and the badger are still on their way to you, and they're both about 20 feet from you.
Great. I am still hurt inside to my core over the weasel's remark, and I would like a new stole. So I'm just like, owl, weasel, and I will try to hit that slippery little weasel.
Okay.
And that will be does a 20 hit? Dirty
Yeah,
20 on the tiny weasel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Wonderful. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay. Now it's still you have not slayed it because it still retains the same hit points that it had when it was a fully sized giant weasel. It's still alive.
You see the shock on Snacks's face, like, huh? Hardy little weasel, you're gonna make some great jerky. And she will then, seeing that the weasel is still up, she will take her shield and try to shield bash it. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I want to try it.
What's the rule on that with this? Well, I mean, you're technically small sized, and the weasel's definitely small sized.
It's smaller. It's smaller. So shield master evasion. Wait, no, that's not it. Not the evasion. Yeah, shield master shove. Usually we do like what is it? Athletics versus athletics. And usually it's trying to shove the creature within 5 feet. I want to shove it down.
Just into the ground.
I want the weasel, Jason.
The floor. Huh?
I want the weasel.
That's all right.
Just wants to kill
Well,
the
you
weasel.
definitely will. You definitely will beat it on a strength roll. I'm not even going to roll on that. So, how much damage does it do?
I'm just pinning it down. I mean,
Okay.
it would be that I would be like making it prone or like shoving it, but I mean,
All right.
it's under my shield, so
The weasel's now
freaking weasel.
now prone.
oh, I'm gonna get
The
you.
weasel's prone. The owl's down. The owl's down. It is now the badger's turn. The badger has arrived. And let's see, between...
Please, Badger, choose life.
The badger goes for Leaf.
That was... You chose...
All right, bud.
Poorly.
The badger has chosen poorly. Okay, so the giant badger
He's
takes...
rolling with disadvantage, by the way. The Badger's rolling with disadvantage on me.
Okay, because of your dot, because of the dodge. that
Because
you
I
took?
burned a point of key to dodge this turn.
Okay.
So
Then at disadvantage, it tries to bite you, and then it tries to claw you. And wow, got a natural 20 and a 4
Ooh.
for its final attack. So,
Ooh, he crit me. Ah,
but he didn't.
yeah.
But he didn't crit you because of the disadvantage.
Do you not get crits on disadvantage rolls?
Not
You know, that would make
only if
sense.
you rolled 2 natural 20s.
I didn't know that. That's a
Who
cool
knew
rule,
that?
actually. That's cool. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if
I
if
thought
I'm
any,
rolling
I
at
thought anytime
disadvantage
you rolled a nat,
and I
yeah,
get a
thought-
natural 20, it's
just-
canceled out.
Oh, okay. So the nat 20 on a disadvantage roll does not automatically grant you crit. It just means you hit.
No, it doesn't mean anything because if the other one,
Oh, bloody hell. I'm not paying
is-
attention to the other die. I was just like, why wouldn't you have hit me? Because he said disadvantage, she has to pick the lower die. Sorry.
Yeah, you rolled a
Continue.
4. The other one was a 4.
Yeah. Gotcha. So yay
so
for
you're
dodge.
good.
Okay, I was confused.
It's now the Axebeak's turn, who is
Come on, baby.
in your. So that's the way Charm Monster works, right? It's
What?
fully attack. It'll listen to what you suggested it do. So it's now going to try to take a bite out of the badger
Good girl.
with the beak. It hits the badger for. I need one more die. Hits the badger for 8 points of damage.
That's a good girl. That's a good girl.
And that's so we got the weasel's pinned. We're actually the weasel can try to break out of the pin. That's what's gonna happen, but it's not gonna break out. I was just rolling to see if it got a natural 20. That would be the only way it could break out because it's a tiny weasel. It's now Grath's turn.
Okay. So Grath is going to shift Hunter's Mark from tiny little weasel to the axe beak. Wait, the axe beak, right?
Axbeak is being nice to us, though, remember.
Oh, to
The badger is the one who's
The
not.
badger, sorry, yes. To the badger. And seeing that like the weasel is pretty much handled, she's just gonna like take her bow out again and go right for the badger. So let me look at all my stats again real quick. She's gonna try to hit it with her longbow. Please roll and don't take 21 years. Oh god. Well, I could do this. Oh god.
What do you got?
What's happening?
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
When I rolled it, on D&D Beyond, it like froze everything. So I'm just gonna roll with these dice.
Yeah,
I have
roll
to
with
fix
roll with the rocks.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, well, it did land, and it's a 16 to hit for the first shot.
That'll hit.
Okay,
On the badger?
All right,
Yeah.
so time for the damage. Let me do the damage manually. So, boop. So, 5 plus. All right, so 6 damage on the first shot, and then just immediately whips out another arrow, and oh, hell yes, 29 to hit. Plus
29 to hit?
29 to hit.
I think that's probably going to hit. Holy hell. Its ancestors felt that.
Oh, yeah. And then 7 points of damage on that one. And I'm wondering what else I'm forgetting I could do that, like, I think that's it. Yeah, so she just, like, wordlessly, like, goes to work on the badger.
Okay.
As it's out of throat grabbing range.
Great. And that's the total's 12. Or do you get a second? You get a second shot at it, don't you? Oh, you're muted.
Yes, that was the second shot.
Oh, was you rolled a 12?
Yeah, of damage.
Oh, what was the first shot? What did you get to hit on the first shot? I thought you got...
To hit was a 16 on the first
Yeah,
shot.
that hit.
29
Okay.
to hit on the second shot.
Okay, yeah. So, and 12 points of damage for both arrows. Total.
I remember the second arrow was 7. I kind of forgot what the first arrow damage was. Uh-oh.
Okay, well, 12 is fine. We'll go with 12.
Okay.
It's now Javi's turn.
Okay. Javi's gonna whip out her wand of magic missiles because
Good.
she's tired of this BS.
Yeah.
These animals. And
Your animals.
she's gonna this is gonna be a lot of glowing darts. It's gonna be 8 glowing darts of magical force. What do we do here? Each dart, yeah, they just sorry?
They'll all automatically hit, so just roll for damage.
Rolling for damage. Okay, so that is 8d4 plus 1. Let me just roll it on this thing. Wait, no. Wait. 8d4 plus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8d4 plus 8. Rolling. So that was 21 plus 8, 29 damage to the badger.
The badger.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Badger is looking pretty battered.
I'll use a bonus action to change my hex from the owl because the owl fell. Unless it's too late to do that. I forgot to do it in my... No, this is my next turn since the owl fell, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll use a bonus action to move my hex from the owl to the weasel and give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
all
you're
right.
the tiny weasel. All right.
I know. Make it even harder for
That
it to
poor
get out.
weasel.
I just have my shield and I'm just like grinding it down.
If it does roll a 20, then maybe it won't roll a 20.
Leaf. It's now we're back up to you.
Okay. This is in the owl's dead, right? We
The
took that guy
owl's
down?
dead.
Daddy McDeaders.
It was like
all right,
1, 2, 3, and then died.
Three.
Right.
In which case, how many? So what do we have left? Who's up on the beach now? Because we had one that was charging me.
The badger.
The badger. That's right. Okay.
Because right now the axe beak is working for you.
Okay. I'm going to throw a kick into the side of the badger.
Okay.
Leaf is going to move up there and lay some peaceful smack down on him. First attack is
So much way of peace.
It's probably 12.
A 12. You know what? A 12 hits that badger.
I figured. It's these not a great armor class when you're giant.
No.
And the next one is an 18.
That definitely hits.
All right. So for the first one, man, rolling good on damage today. So total of 19 points of damage.
On the first hit?
No, that's both hits combined.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, describe to me how you destroy this badger, please.
There's a cracking sound as Leaf's fist impacts on the side of its side, basically, and that cracking sound is essentially its rib breaking off and piercing through its lung and heart. And the badger just goes limp in front of me and drops dead as he brutalities this thing. And when Leaf sees that it drops limp, he just closes his eyes and puts his hands together and starts to say a small prayer to it.
Finish him.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
that's
a
fine.
reaction, I'm like, save the meat.
Yeah, I mean, giant badger meat.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
then-
now, what is left is a giant weasel that's been shrunken down to the size of a regular weasel that's currently being pinned by Snax' shield, and an axe beak that is currently under your charm.
A min pin weasel.
Huh?
A min pin weasel.
A min pin weasel. And so Vishnupal, it is your turn in initiative. You're not out of initiative yet because the weasel is still trying to weasel its way out of there.
Yeah.
I thought we'd whipped this weasel already, but I will go ahead and attack him since he is pinned there and see if I can.
Like Snacks like
Pop.
lifts the shield a little bit so he can get in there.
So it looks like a 23 and an 18.
Both of those will definitely hit.
All right. Not too great on the damage. There's 6 points and 5 points, so 11 points total.
That was enough.
All right. Pop goes the weasel. Been waiting to say that all day.
I know we've all been
All
waiting
day.
to say it.
Pop goes the weasel goes pop. All right.
I know.
I just
Third
picture
base.
this like it's as if we have like a little mouse trapped and all of us are screaming and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna lift it, just get it.
With my backwards claws.
Excellent. So now we now have this charmed axe beak. Tell me a little bit more about the charm spell. Will it try to break out?
It lasts for an hour and it's friendly to us.
Okay.
That's all it says, really.
So the axe beak is now on the shore, on the south part of the shore, just chilling there.
Are we still in initiative?
No.
I'm gonna run up to the axe beak and like pet it and say, "You're such a good girl. Thank you. Your friends, they were trying to kill us. That wasn't very friendly. You're friendly though."
She's like, oh, your friends are trying to kill us. There's a screeching noise as you turn around and see that I have my bag open and I'm using Hacker to just like drag and like just scoop the remains of like the weasel into my bag, being like, that's the good stuff. Oh, that's
Jason.
gonna be good. I'm gonna get that badger in here next. All right.
I would like to put on clothes.
Okay, Leaf's gonna put his clothes on now.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
I'm gonna use this moment to put on some clothes.
Okay.
My work here is done.
I turn to the rest of the party away from the axe beak and I kind of mouth to them, "We don't have much time. We should go now." Oh, yeah, never mind. I won't ask that. I'll find out later. Is everyone ready to cross the water?
Yes.
Okay.
We can do that. We've
Vishnupal,
cleared it out.
I hope you don't mind, but you get levitate, which will make it harder for you to cross because you brought the weasel to us.
Maybe be a little more
Okay, I
careful.
could just fly.
Well, then
Sure.
fly. Okay, good.
Okay.
I'll save my spell slot. And now I will cast fly on the other three, Snacks, Grath, and Leaf.
Okay, and then you have your cloak of flight.
I do.
It's like as the
Wait, can I?
spell goes over Snack, she starts lifting up like tail first, but she's still got like the bag, and she's like, getting the badger leg down there,
Yeah.
and she's got like a mouthful of owl feathers, being like, "No, I'll leave nothing behind. Get it in there."
All right, so as you guys start to fly over, the ceiling of the room is tall enough to where you could stay maybe 20 feet above the surface of the water. So do you want to stay as high as you can?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's something my dad wrote, so it's going to be bad either way. There's going
Yeah, I
to
was
be
gonna
something on the
say.
ceiling that's going to get you, or something from the water is going to pop up. And there's no good answer for this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna bump into giant bats on the ceiling next.
Or something. Yeah, we just got to spread out, or there's like stone ropers on the ceiling, or something. It's just it's going to happen. So just pick your poison. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to. I feel like Snacks would just be very, just uncomfortable with flying. She has not had this happen very much, so she's still like tail up, like flying kind of like sideways. And as she passes over the head of the axe beak, she's like,
You're lucky, chicken. Better go while you can.
Can you make me a perception check, Snack?
Sure.
Oh dear.
There's another creature in there, if I remember right. We didn't see it.
Dear. While she does that, I'm gonna say to the Axbeak, that's a good point. Axbeak, why don't you wait for us facing that corner over there and don't turn around ever, unless we need you to.
The Axbeak bloop, 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 lopes over into the corner.
Good idea.
I got a 17 on her perception.
As you're flying over, you look down and you, with your eagle eye vision, can clearly see the biggest crocodile you've ever seen in your life.
Oh my God.
Looking back at you.
Looking back at you.
But can see that you're 20 feet above and looks up and then goes under the water.
I would like to roll for salivation.
Good call on going around that encounter.
Okay.
Roll for salivation.
Roll for salivation.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Let's find
what
out.
would you think that would be?
Probably
Constitution check.
Yeah.
Nature?
Nature seems right. Yeah.
Sure. Roll for salivation, and that's a 6. Okay. It's looking gamey to me. I'm actually kind of okay with it. I was thinking about maybe making like a new outfit, but you know what?
You can make a lot of boots out of that.
I feel like I got a couple bodies of some lizard men in there too that I was going to make lizard men body pillows out of. So she thinks about that and she's like, you know what?
I've got enough projects going on right now. I don't need to get too crafty.
You always know where you can always come back.
Yeah.
I mean, technically this place is underneath our room. So
Oh, right.
you can always just come back for it later. Wake
As
up in
Wrath
the middle of
floats
the night
over
and
the
just be like,
water.
I need some new boots.
I just have my arrow trained on that gator, but I do not shoot.
Okay, great. Yeah, you guys all make it safely across then because you all can fly. So you fly across and you're now safely on the other side of the water and you see those 4 doors in front of you.
Okay. Javi casts mage armor because she forgot to do that before.
Okay. As you get a little bit closer to the doors, you notice that they are all 4 identical. They're each made of polished wood, about 6 feet wide and 12 feet high. And they appear to be very well made. They have brass hinges and a great level of some sort, which probably opens and closes it.
A great what?
Actually, this is in the description. A great level of some sort, which probably opens and closes it. Luke, any clue?
All right, so try give me one more shot at that.
Okay, each has brass hinges and a great level of some sort, which probably opens and closes it.
Okay, I got it.
It's supposed to be a lever.
A level
supposed to be
is
lever.
what you call the handle. It's another word for like ornate.
A level is? Okay.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a door level.
We've all
There you go.
Snacks facts.
That's high Gygaxian right there.
You know what? I don't know if that was right. I'm not putting snacks facts on it. It's just I don't know.
In this age of disinformation, I appreciate you right now.
Oops.
But I now know how to level an unbalanced door.
Nope. I'm looking, and it's a level looks like not a doorknob, but the kind of like a door handle.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that.
No, it's lever. I got auto-corrected to lever. Sorry. Sorry about that, folks.
There you have it.
Typos.
It might just be a typo. Yeah.
And you guys could have taken the magic boat, by the way, but you decided to fly instead.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, we're figuring it out in chat.
Yeah, with the gator, I think we chose correctly.
Yeah.
If
It
that
needs to get back though.
Leaf would have forsaken the way of peace if something happened to the boat.
Yeah.
The way of mercy would have been put aside. And I would have taken up the way of fist.
Okay, well, there you are. These 4 doors are in front of you.
Okay.
I feel like still floating, as if flight had been cast on my rump with like the tail straight up, like Snacks just like floats across, little back legs kicking and just accidentally just runs into the door and just kind of bounces off.
You've got to be kidding. How long does this last?
10 minutes?
Oh god.
And she starts trying to like swim down through the air to get to the ground. She reaches out and grabs one of the handles.
Okay, it feels like you could pull it and that it would open right up.
This is very funny, but I want to clarify. You do gain a flying speed, so it's not like levitate where you're just like floating. You can like choose to fly or not to fly. But as a Snacks choice, do what you will.
Sounds like a Snacks choice.
Yeah.
It sounds like Snacks doesn't know how this works.
Yeah.
You say choose as if there is knowledge there.
I figured it was a choice.
Yeah, it's like she's got like the little tail kind of like wah, 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 wah. She's just trying to figure out which way's up. But yeah, so she's got her hands on, we'll say, door number 2.
Okay.
And because she is like kicking and everything, she does pull it up.
When you open the door,
Oh, sorry guys.
you see a wooded area.
Like a forest or like a wood room?
No, sorry, like a woodland area, like a forest.
I like that one.
Some
Let's go there.
You hear some birds chirping. The sun is out. There's some insects flying around that can be seen and heard. Could be countryside anywhere.
Is there like an obvious path in the woodland area, or is it just straight trees and whatnot in front of us?
It's too hard to tell because there's trees everywhere, but you don't see a discernible path just yet.
Should we try to open them all and investigate? Just, make a decision?
It would probably help us be better informed about which direction we thought we should go. Or out of curiosity, does anybody here have the ability to cast magic or track maybe? I don't know how you track a giant bubble. But...
Track a giant bubble. I can detect magic.
Or something?
Is that what you said? I didn't hear.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody could cast any kind of divination or like. Leaf is not sure how magic is working for the arcane side of things, so he's just throwing out suggestions of how we could find Thanato.
You know what? I would like to cast detect magic at the doorway of the woodland door.
Okay. When you cast detect magic, which has a range of 30 feet, let's see. The woodland door, which would be on the one on the left, is magical, and so is the one to the left of that. And so, quite frankly, are the floor, the walls, and the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Am I sensing anything magical inside, like on the other side of the doors?
Oh, with the door that's open?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like a lot of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I turn to the group and I say, if you all can spare me 10 minutes, I could also detect poison and disease. At
As
least at the
Snacks is
entryway of each of these doors.
holding on to the handle. She's like, yeah, I got about 10 minutes.
Okay.
In which case, can we count that as a short rest? And can I burn a hit die to heal up some?
I mean, a short rest is.
Oh, is it 30 minutes? It's an
2
hour,
hours,
isn't it?
An
I think
hour,
it's an
yeah.
hour.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
hour. Sorry, I just totally forgot about that. In which case, maybe I should just.
Well, do you
cast it.
want to take a short rest?
Could take lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
we want to take lunch. Take
It's
10,
lunch, everybody.
Yeah.
I could stand to regain back some spell slots too with a short rest. I wouldn't mind
Great
that.
idea.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out.
Mm.
10
You're going to
minutes
keep the
into
door
the
open the whole
rest.
time, or you guys are going to take a short rest?
Well,
I
Grath,
see-
do you think we should leave the door open? I feel like you're always the most cautious of us. What do you think?
Let's close the door. Everyone all right with that?
Yes, and I will cast
Okay.
my detect poisons and disease after when we are ready to open the doors again.
Okay. Snacks, are you good? Do you need
Yeah, as
someone
you
to hold on
close the
to?
door, she just like floats along with it. And 10
Ugh.
minutes into our rest, very suddenly, she just hits the ground.
I envy her ability to fall asleep anywhere and anytime. Oh,
Yeah, she
At
fell
night.
asleep floating and just like lands in his back, like still asleep.
it's amazing.
Is there anything to start a fire with?
No, the walls are pretty smooth. I mean, unless you have something in your packs already, I'm sure you probably do,
Oh,
right?
Oh,
that's
Oh, I should-
brutal.
Oh wait.
I don't think I have any firewood.
I rolled my hit die to heal, and I rolled a 1.
Ugh.
I
You can
heal-
use a
I
fate
heal-
point.
8 point.
Oh yeah, I'll
good.
use a fate point.
There you go.
You can re-roll any die.
Yeah. I'm gonna use a
Yes.
fate point. I'm gonna re-roll that. Haha! And I roll an 8.
Yes.
Great.
Whee!
Plus
Much
1,
better.
so 9. Thank you for that fate point. Bam. I'm almost
Way
back up to
better.
full. I'll take it.
Well, if anyone has like a torch that has a wooden handle or whatnot, I want to try to make a little fire. And this axe beak has to have like a really delicious, like giant thigh. So I'm thinking,
Oh,
like,
Oh, Snacks. You've got a dining
eat our
buddy.
friend
I'm just
before.
sitting here like, yeah, we right here, buddy.
Patica, let's do this. Let's do this thing.
Like,
oh
like
boy.
Snacks is asleep, but one eye is like, what's this?
Does the axe beak fly?
No, they don't.
Okay, but it swims.
It
so-
does swim, and also, you know what else swims?
What? A crocodile?
Giant
Crocodile.
Are we rolling initiative?
See, now
Um,
black and alligator is also delicious, so it
I
can go
will
either way.
give you could, since you were resting by the door,
Oh no.
Forgot
you
about the
can
crocodile.
either go through the doors fight the alligator, fight the
Yeah.
crocodile.
No, I don't. That's a different type of
I
fight.
think
I
we
don't
should.
want it.
Yeah, we should go in the door and then
That's a
rest,
boss fight.
maybe?
I don't want it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see.
We should open all the doors just to get like the sneaky peeky,
Peeky
Yeah.
sneaky.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
an ocular pat down of the
Is the
land.
crocodile coming right now?
Yes. So basically, you need to make a decision right now.
We might not have time to open the doors.
You got no, you have time to open the doors and go through them before the crocodile engages.
Open the doors.
Definitely coming out of the water.
I'm gonna go for a door and open it.
Yeah, everybody open a door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look like he has magical teeth or anything?
You can't tell.
Okay, all right.
Bishop
Could be.
was like,
Smiles
"Take
and he just has
everything
these
you can out of
glowing
this."
veneers.
Could be. Could have
My
some
magic
like,
tooth.
exact. See, you never know.
God,
All right.
magic
Don't even think
dude.
of it, Paul. Please, not this time.
We haven't had a song today. Could be it.
It's true. We haven't. It's unusual. You
It's
gotta watch out
true.
for it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
four of
we should run. I mean,
Yeah.
why you guys don't want to fight?
Yeah,
We should
I don't
Yeah,
want to be
we
here for
opened all
this.
the doors.
Open the doors. What are the doors?
We did.
What are
Wrath
the-
opened the
Well,
door
first
as
of
well.
all, the door that you opened before, Snacks, you cannot open it.
Oh,
Oh
It is
crap.
not open. But the other three that you guys rushed to open, all three of them are going into that same forest area.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so they all lead to the same place then.
They all lead to the same place,
Okay.
as far as you can tell.
I know this is sorry to ask this, but do I still get to cast my ritual detect poison and disease?
Not at
Or
the.
are we
I
out
mean,
of time?
before you walk through, no, you have to either make a decision to walk through or stay and fight the crocodile.
Then I think we should just choose a door. Everyone, we should choose a door.
We should run.
Yes. One door
Three.
to go through all at the same time.
Yes, let's all
Door
stay
number
together.
3.
Which one? 3?
3.
Let's go.
3 it is.
All right,
Everyone through 3. Go, 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 go. It's getting closer.
We're all freaking out. Go, go, go.
Okay.
Close it behind us.
You now all run through there. The door slams behind you. The blue sky is spotted by only a few clouds. The woodland is cool, and in the open, the sun is hot. A few birds call in the distance. A few insects can be seen, many heard. This could be countryside anywhere, except for the numbers of strange fungi scattered about,
Oh.
of which there are all sorts. Yellow, yellowish, tan, purple, brown, violet, white, red, even pink, blue, and green. Some have tall caps, some are flat, some hemispherical. There are round ones and ones with inverted tops. Some have thick stems, some have thin.
I'll be right back.
there's just a ton of mushrooms here.
Mm-hmm.
Sure are. I
Um,
would, while we're seeing, like, while we're here getting acquainted with the settings, I will now cast my ritual detect poison and disease.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about the range of that and
Sure can.
what that does.
I believe it's the same as detect magic's. Yeah, 30-foot sphere, lasts for 10 minutes, and for the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Does it travel with you? So, like, when you're walking, it's a...
I think so. I think it's like detect magic. And yeah, it's on self. So the
That's
range is
super
self,
useful.
30 feet sphere.
Great. Can you also make perception checks for me?
Sure.
All of us?
can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, baby. 20. Dirty.
Woo! 24.
Dang. 14 for me.
Okay. So what you guys notice is, even though you all went through the one door, when you turn back around, much like the other in the tiny garden, there's a wall behind you, and there are 4 doors spaced out in the same distance that they were when you were in the room. But the wall only goes up about 15 feet, and then it just stops, and then beyond that is more foliage and more trees and more forest.
Mm-hmm.
How big is the biggest mushroom?
They're all generally, at least the ones that you can see from where you are, because there's trees everywhere. They are 4 to 5 feet in diameter, some of them. They're all pretty big, but they're not as big as trees. They're way bigger than that. I love it, though.
No, but I have a big mushroom. My mom made it for me for my birthday.
Aw.
That's very
Oh,
I was just excited to say, like, I got something for this. All right.
Theme. That's where you're going to be.
Out of
Yes.
I as a player am having anxiety because the last time I walked into any space that had a bunch of mushrooms and stuff like there, spores and all sorts of terrible things were happening to everybody with constitutions that couldn't take the save, and it was terrible. So Leaf, feeling a strange distant anxiety as though a being that influences thoughts and feelings is also having such anxiety, kind of just edges a little closer to Grath, the ranger, and just kind of looks around like, beautiful. Looks beautiful. It's very pretty here. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's a lot like the forests I grew up with, actually. I know this like the back of my hand almost. Actually, there might be some stuff I can see. Are those tracks? And Grath is going to like lean down and just kind of like analyze her favorite terrain, the forest.
Awesome. Great. And by the way, thank you for the raid, Time Lord's Wife. We just got raided by Time Lord's Wife.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody.
We're kind of right at the end of today's adventure, but we still appreciate the raid.
Thank you.
Boop.
Okay, so you're going to, so it's your favorite terrain, and you're going to do a survival check to kind of see what you find. Is that the idea?
I believe so. Yes, that's gonna be a 24.
Okay. You see, with a 24, you notice several things. Incredibly large caterpillar tracks and incredibly large cat tracks. Way bigger than your average domestic cat and 100 times larger than any caterpillar you've ever seen, but they unmistakably are caterpillar tracks.
All right, this is a little bizarre, y'all, but I found some giant caterpillar tracks and cat, like a normal cat. Tell this to the group.
A normal cat?
Like a giant cat.
Well then.
And do I know which way they're going, or
just that they've been in the area? Like the caterpillar tracks go off to the north. The cat tracks are just kind of everywhere.
did we want to maybe follow one of these, team?
Do you know how many legs are on that caterpillar? I'm just curious. I don't even think I can count that high.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell us.
I thought you were gonna say.
We were all waiting for a
Yeah, we were waiting for it. We were like, oh, we got it.
47 on our half.
I was tempted, but I gotta save something for next week. I already dropped 2.
That's true. You've been working today.
How many legs are on this caterpillar?
You can't tell.
Okay, damn. All right.
Also, I don't know the answer, so there's no way you would ever be able to tell.
Booyah.
Well, I don't know, but we can follow them to find out. Snacks.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh. Huh. Snacks like looks down and kind of like dips a finger into the caterpillar tracks, and
It's less than I thought. It's 6. Yeah, I was thinking of something else. Snacks facts. It's caterpillar. They only have 6. I was thinking of like
Oh, like a centipede.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got. That was it.
Javi has crouched, well, not too close to a patch of mushrooms and trying to get a better look. Javi's specifically looking for either things that will hurt or help us.
Yes. So you do notice when you're looking at these different mushrooms that so it's poison, and what else can you detect?
Poison and disease.
I feel like I'm just glowing to you.
It says poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases.
There are, you notice right away the white mushrooms are giving you a poison warning.
Okay.
And the hold on. Yes, the pale yellow and yellow orange ones are giving you a disease vibe.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
All
There's
kinds
also-
of fun. This is just a playground of unhealthiness.
Friends, and I point them out. I say the white mushrooms are poisonous. The pale orange and yellow orange are diseased.
So the
pale yellow,
Pale yellow. Thank you.
and yellowish orange.
Pale yellow and yellowish orange.
Generally, just stay away from the mushrooms.
Unless,
Probably
I mean, there might be
probably
some
the best
others later that are edible, but these aren't.
Wow, and we have someone in chat named Mr. Mushroom Master. So I guess you came to the right stream there, Mr. Mushroom.
Oh no, the boss fight.
Yeah, as you say that, with Snacks already glowing in poison and disease, and her bag glowing even brighter, she's like,
"Oh
No!
Someone gonna stop her?
Please, Snacks. Let's go meet the caterpillar or the cat first, and then maybe we can pick up some mushrooms along the way later. Okay.
All right.
Shall we go after the caterpillar first, because I'm assuming it doesn't have claws like a giant cat would.
wait, are they going the same way? Are they going opposite ways?
The caterpillar tracks are definitely easier to track, and they're going basically due north or a little bit northeast.
All right.
And is there like a lot of fungus along these trails?
Yes, it's everywhere.
Okay. I was going to say perhaps we could use shrimpkin to shield us if we had to get too close to a mushroom. We could have like almost could carry it like almost portage the boat and use it as a shield to like avoid spores being shot at us.
You don't see, yeah. I mean, none of them seem to be. They're like I think the spores tend to be the subterranean kind. These are all because you're outside in the woods. Doesn't seem like any spores are going to shoot off.
Oh, I just wanted to hear the Magic Boat song. I'll be honest.
I know.
Well, I mean, you can do it anyway.
Okay, all right, there we go.
Since we are, since this is the end of our time today, we could finish off with the Magic Boat song.
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. Leaf just looks at everybody and says,
Honestly,
what do y'all
there's
think?
a song from last episode, because that one was also fire.
Oh, the one from last episode?
That one was really good.
It was good, yeah. The falling song?
Which I guess
it was all
needs to
creepy.
hear, but well, I'm ready for. I mean, if Luke
no, you're in the
requests
mindset.
Magic Boat's going. Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm a boat. I got some crazy powers that you're gonna have to figure out. I'm a magic boat. I can take you anywhere you wanna go on water. I can comfortably see 5 and shrink to 1/10 of my size. But you gotta know the magic word, and it's pretty hard to guess, or so I've heard. I'm a magic boat. You can order me to sail if you know how to do it. Yeah, I'm a boat. Come on, say the magic word. You know there's nothing to it. I could be your boat.
And the crowd goes wild.
And just as the boat stops singing, Leaf kind of furrows his brow and goes, Oh, and reaches out and picks off like a piece of brain and just goes, I think we missed one. Just drops it into the
Into the
thought
snacks.
thought we cleaned shrimpkin. Thought we.
There wasn't much time for a thorough deep cleaning.
Oh man.
Yeah, a little piece of Bartholomew's brain was still attached.
A little bit of.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Leaf. It's all right. Just drop it right here.
Yep. Tosses it. Popcorns that right in. There you go.
Brutal.
Well, it is 4 o'clock. So,
Let's end on the brain.
note, we'll be back next week. Let's give a big shout out to all of our subs and resubs. Claudia Ramen is resubbed for 12 months in a row. Yeah, you see, this is the beginning.
Yay!
This is our 1 year anniversary of the show.
1 year.
And I think I want to say it's what episode are we? 29 or 30?
I think it's 29 if I remember.
Wow.
Yeah, episode 29. Catch 23 has resubbed. Balkan has resubbed. Commander Arrowway has subscribed. Eric Jackson's gifted 5 sub. Canadian Ancient Gamer has gifted 3 subs. Stabigail's gifted 2 subs. Desperado 84 has gifted a sub. B Right UK donated $30. Thank you so much. Also another 2,250 bits. Stabigail donated 1,550 bits. Rogan's used 1,000 bits. Eric Jackson did another 400 bits. So thank you guys so much. You help subsidize our show and make it happen. We also want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors today. We've got 6 sponsors today. It's amazing. Ultra Pro, The Crafty Gamer, Warriors of Waterdeep, Steam Forged Games, Hero Forge, and Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Let's do a quick roundabout to everyone. Let everyone know where they can find you and what you're up to. Eric Campbell, we'll start with you.
Yeah, you can find me across all socials at 16-bit Eric. I am the GM for the Gaxx pack. No, sorry. I didn't mean to actually just reveal my plans to destroy you and take over. There you go. I am the GM for the Streampunks, and tomorrow we have the premiere of our new campaign. It's Chronicle of Changeling the Dreaming, with Adriana and Eliza coming to join us as we are playing in the World of Darkness. So check it out. It's at 4 p.m. I'm all about the Gaxx pack today. It starts at 6 p.m. over at Q Time Pacific Time. Come check it out.
Awesome. And Adriana, tell us, don't you mute yourself because you're next.
Ooh, I am next.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, I'm Adriana, or you can find me online as Adriosa or Adriosa Gaming. And I do all sorts of D&D stuff, TTRPG shows here and there. I also, I used to stream. I'm going to try to start streaming again soon on my own channel, just Adriosa. Do voiceover stuff. What else? Yeah, just go follow me to see all the nerdy stuff that I do.
Awesome. Yeah, throw her channels there in chat too, so that they can find all of her socials there. Elisa Pearl.
Yes, hello. I'm Lisa Pearl, ALIZA Pearl on Twitter and Instagram, Apizaliza on Twitch. I'm very sporadic in my streaming, but I promise I will stream soon, and it will be sporadic still. Sign up for a virtual table at GaryCon, one of mine or someone else's. There's lots and lots to choose from. Also D&D in a Castle. I'm going to be there in the fall, so sign up for that if you want to go to England in the fall and sit at my table. And what else? Yeah, we're doing Changeling tomorrow. I don't know. My mind just went blank. There's a lot of stuff I'm doing. I can't remember any of it. So that's it. That's all I got.
That was good though. You got a lot in there. Vivka.
Hello. I was holding up my dog for a second. It was her birthday yesterday. She is a 12-year-old pupper. My little grandma, I'm so proud of her, but she left. So, forget it. But yeah, I am Vivid Vivka. It's spelled right down below, not Vivica, Vivka. I'm
Vidka
all
either?
What's that?
Not Vidka either?
Not Vidka either.
Okay.
I'm all over Twitter at the same handle, and usually I'm all over TikTok, but they just banned me, so I'm trying to fight that because that is bullpocky. So I'm trying to get my TikTok back. So hey, please follow my Twitter in case I need help from people to message them and be like,
why you do that?
Hashtag unbanned.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, no.
They just hate my shoulders. So
Shoulders.
yeah. Check out my Twitter, and hopefully my TikTok will be back soon. Sob.
It'll be back soon. We have faith. Luke, I'm going to let you finish, so I'll say I'm Jason Charles Miller. I'm the DM here. Also, I have my own channel, which is right here, and I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. I stream music, I sing. And then on Tuesdays, I host the songwriting show Bardic Inspiration over on Codename Games on their channel, where we write a song about a different Dungeons and Dragons character every week with the audience. So that's Tuesdays. On my channel, it's Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And on Codename, it's 1 p.m. And now, Luke, let's talk about Gary Con and why we're here and everything, what's been happening and what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we're coming up on Gary Con, March 24th to 27th. This year, we're going to be in person for the first time in 3 years, so it's really exciting. We're going to be in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. If you can make it there, please join us. However, there's a big ethereal presence too. So if we have virtual Gary Con, it's global. We obviously had to beef that up over the last couple of years, and there's plenty of seats available at our virtual tables. So go to play.garycon.com, and that will you can come to the physical convention, or you can buy a badge for the virtual convention. Come play games, have fun, celebrate the life and works of my dad, Gary Gygax, as well as honoring all the wonderful guests that'll be there. Anybody from Dave Wesley, who is the guy who started Bronstein, which is kind of recognized as the spark for Gary Con, kind of the first time somebody took a miniatures game and sort of added a role-playing element where you are an individual persona with your own motivations, all the way to guys like some of the original editor of Dragon, Tim Cast, all the way up to 5th edition. Mike Merles will be there, and we got plenty of folks in between. Wonderful games that you won't be able to see anywhere else. Recreations of games from past Gen Cons and AD&D tournaments, playing OD&D, all the way up to hundreds of Adventures League events. I wrote a Call of Cthulhu module with Skeeter Green for it this year that'll be out. All sorts of great stuff happens at Gary Con. It's a really good time. So if you can make it in person, please do. If not, join us virtually. And if you want to find me, you can find me at Luke Gygax. I just got a really cool Gary Con wizard costume made by Chad Evett. It's very exciting.
Awesome.
Put that up on my socials, so you can go take a look at there. I'm going to wear that when I officiate over the wedding of Satine Phoenix and Jameson Stone, a couple of friends of mine. So at Gary Con, yeah, that'll be awesome. So it's exciting. Gary Con's coming up. Lots and lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think we've got it. We're going to be rating Lord Gasumba, who is playing a Greyhawk game right now.
Nice.
One of the worlds created by Gary Gygax. So that would be pretty apropos to raid that. And we'll be back here.
We were stranded there.
Oh, yeah. In the Yatil Mountains for 6 months.
Ever.
Time.
Yeah. But we'll be back next week. B-Dave will be back with us next week, and we'll see you guys then.
Thank
See
you
you
for
later,
your year of
everybody.
Dax Pack.
Yes.
Bye.